Yeah, I don't
Yo,
be feeling like that.
Good, everybody. It's your boy MacMaal back with another reaction. Make sure y'all smash the sub, and remember, it don't cost you nothing to push your button. Yo, what's good, YouTube and Facebook? I appreciate y'all for tuning in to Not the Shop podcast / Mackin' with Maul on Monday nights. You dig? I want to say before we get into this, make sure y'all hit the sub, make sure y'all hit like, make sure y'all comment, let us know what y'all thinking. Also, check me out on JB's panel on Saturdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And man, we're gonna get right into it. How y'all doing?
We
good,
good.
good.
Everybody smiling. That's what I like. Smile. Smiles. Well, before we get started, I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves, starting with Sunny Delight.
Sunny Delight
Sunny
is
D.
crazy. That's Sunny D, baby, okay? But y'all know I go by Sunny, low key voice, high key gifted. I don't care to be known, I just talk my tongue.
Niggas on red pill.
That's it, yeah. I'm with somebody else.
I don't know,
Go
red pill,
go
MIA.
ahead, Mark. No, Red Pill. He said he'd be back.
I'm almost. I'm finishing up. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah,
Love y'all.
man.
Red Pill
Name is
Crib
Young 58,
85. Thank you, brother.
chilling out
I'll
of
be I'll be on in like
Pennsylvania.
10.
All
It's a
right.
good thing you gave me a heads up, Mac. You know what I'm saying? So I said to myself, he answered me back, so figure I tap in.
Yeah. Go ahead, Peter.
Yes, sir.
Hi, my name is Lavita. I am a confidence coach, and I help you go from basic to baddie in business and in life, so you can build unshakable confidence and strut across the runway of life unapologetically.
Phoebe, just Phoebe. Hey.
Yo, I'm Big Vod, blue collar dude
She
from a
won't
blue
answer the
collar city.
DMs.
So
Go ahead. It's on you, JB.
This is JB Reacts on YouTube. I appreciate Matt Moore for having me on here. Like he said, I have a panel on Saturday nights, and he's usually always a part of the cast. And let's just have a great show, y'all. Oh, and I'm in Mexico for a limited time only, so I'm trying to enjoy myself out here.
For sure. So, man, today, man, I want to get at the matter at hand, which is Cardi B and this football player, nigga. I know y'all done seen it, right? So
Here you go.
I'm just gonna dive right in it. That's what we gonna do. We gonna dive right
Hey,
in it.
look, I don't know need to hear this, but I'm gonna say something about it. I mean, everybody else is. I might as well put my little input in. So you really left your man to get done worse? I mean, y'all told us Cardi B found new love. Now look, don't scroll now. Come right back. Cause you need to hear this, especially y'all women. Because some of y'all women living y'all life just like this. My name is Keem. I do motivational content on TikTok, and today I want to talk about Stefon Diggs and Cardi B. I mean, somebody got to put their input in. So let me get this straight. Cardi B left Offset, blasted him to the world, right? Dragged him on live. At first, I don't condone anything that he did. Don't get me wrong. But I got a point to make. Every post that she posts, I'm done. I deserve better. You do. But then what happens? She get with Stefon Diggs, right? Everybody was in the comments. Oh my gosh, she finally found love. He's so better than Offset. He loves her for her. And if you notice, it was no man hyping this up, right? Because we already know what kind of man he is. Y'all did too. Y'all was just too busy trying to be on her side. He's seen that type before. Stefon ain't new to this. He just new to her. And now all the pics off her social media, breakup rumors flying all around the world now, and they're done, just like that. I mean, you left your husband and family for this? That was a honeymoon phase that ended faster than the TikTok trend. This is a prime example of the grass is not green on the other side. It's turf. That's fake. Everybody was hyping it up like Cardi B found her forever. Nah, she found the same rerun show with a different channel. Everybody knew he was worse than Offset. NFL players said it themselves, that man can't even date their own sister, let alone anybody close to him. So what does that tell y'all? Now here y'all go again. Maybe he did something. Duh. Of course he did something, but she did this. She didn't heal, she didn't grow, she didn't process. She ran into another broken man because she couldn't stand to be alone. Can't replace your healing with a hookup. You can't find love in someone else's bed while you still bleeding. Cardi B built her whole relationship off the pain of Offset. Let me give y'all a piece of knowledge. This message is for the women. You cannot tell what broke you to the person that you're trying to build with, because you never know if they're gonna use it against you. How you gonna protect yourself if you never heal from yourself? How you gonna know how to identify a good man if you never been with a good man? If you can't identify it, then work on yourself. You gotta be okay with you before you choose a man. And definitely don't just hop into something like this. She played Get Back and then built her life based on Offset. Her whole foundation was the comparison of what Offset did versus what he did. I mean, everybody's seen it. She didn't choose to heal herself. She ended up getting more broken. You can't go choose the same abuse you went through and expect a different result. This is a lesson to all women. Shit, man, too. If you're searching for healing, you have to heal alone so you can identify the problem. Maybe she was the problem. Maybe he was the problem. But she ain't take enough time to dig through that. And look, the world isn't kind to women. And they damn sure don't give a fuck about no man. I gotta stop praising these celebrities. Y'all looking at stuff online, the Birkin bags, the 2,000 flowers. That shit ain't real. And a piece of advice if you're trying to get married. The more you spend on your wedding does not determine how far you're gonna be in love. The more you buy somebody something in a relationship does not mean they love you. Every Birkin bag comes with some shit. Every $1 million car comes with some shit. 2025, people ain't loving people for who they want to be or who they are. I'm so busy being transactional that y'all don't even know what it does to yourself. Now she gonna have to heal for some real trauma. All I gotta say in this message, all I gotta say, men and women, y'all be doing this to yourself. You gotta choose to heal from your trauma and your pain before you get into another relationship. And you can't build a relationship off somebody else's pain. You can't build a relationship off of your own pain. If you want better, you gotta do better for yourself. Ain't no man or woman gonna teach you how to love yourself. This is what we seeing right now. And if nobody told you, Chemo told you, love yourself first before you choose a relationship, because it might just backfire.
Fucking amazing.
First thing I want to say, Mac, you dead wrong. Mac, you dead wrong for having that long ass clip.
Yeah, but I wanted him to get his point. I wanted him to get his point out. I definitely agree it was a long clip.
JB,
That's a lot
he
going on.
made up for it because if Robin was in here, it'd be all out war right now.
I feel that. Nah, I'm bullshit. I'm just bullshitting.
But what I will say is, we all knew that Stefon wasn't shit. His videos out of him all over the place showing what kind of nigga he is. What I think is, I think that Cardi B was so hurt, and she's an internet person. She let her feelings get the best of her, and this is what most women do. Most women run to the dick when they hurt. They want to get you back.
Yeah.
This is how these new women think. I got to get you back, and I think she knew that nigga wasn't shit, but she was hoping for the best, as they all do, just to throw it back in dude's face. What I think women don't understand is nobody will love you more than the man you have children with. I know a lot of us go through shit with our baby mamas and shit like that, but a lot of times those issues because the baby mama be hard on the nigga. But if you leave it up to the man and you a good woman, a man always got a special place in his heart for the mother of his children. But like I say, she looking for love in all the wrong places, dog. And
So I want to say too that we have to stop getting it confused on what they have going on. We don't know their life and what they got, going on in their mind for real. Was they in a relationship, or this was just like a fuck buddy situation? Because
no, they was in a relationship.
is that what they said? Or is
Yeah,
that what
she deleted all his pictures off of Instagram. When you start posting a nigga, y'all together. You ain't posting no nigga, you just fucking.
I don't know. You might want to live in your.
It looked like that's what she did.
You might want
Nah.
to live in your delusions. I have this thing where I be want to just live in my delusions for a little bit and have fun.
Yeah, but when that happens, look how stupid you look when it go bad. You look real
she-
stupid.
Cardi's still married. How she really in a relationship?
Well, you know what I say. A woman with a BBL, she ain't gonna treat you well. She should have gave herself time to heal. Use a woman with 3 kids, and you go from one cheater to a worse cheater.
A
You know what
worse
I'm saying?
one.
I hate to say it, but Cardi B, she better off just giving a regular dude that work at a warehouse play. But it doesn't
Shit.
it
Was
Not
doesn't
she?
if that BBL
matter
stank.
what type
Nah.
of guy she's gonna get. She's still gonna have this liberated mindset. You know what I'm saying? And dudes ain't having it. You
Yeah,
know?
what she did was the
Yep.
typical woman shit. They leave the 80% for the 20%.
Oh,
Offset, I mean, he was definitely obviously doing something good. They got married, so he played some type of a good role that was good enough for her to say yes. But at the end of the day, I think ultimately that's what women worry about, the cheating part. Baby, you got a millionaire, okay?
Yep.
And what y'all women like to do is y'all like to make yourself even with men. Say, well, I got a bag too. Why you fucking with it? It ain't about that. Men are just naturally attracted to women. And when you a nigga that can have any woman you want, the chances of him not being with any one of them is
Shit.
slim to none.
yeah.
Literally. So my thing is what Offset was doing was getting caught and shit. You gotta be more poised than that when you cheating and you got a wife worth something. I understand how a man gonna be, but at the same time, certain shit ain't worth losing. Cause I mean, she's actually was a good chick. You know what I'm saying? She straightened up her hoish ways for this goof ass nigga. And he blew it. So you know she gonna turn back to what she know.
And let me be very clear.
Well,
I'm the only boy with
they
4.
always they always say you don't get better than your ex.
Yeah, yeah, really.
Well,
Men
Okay,
can,
okay.
but women can't.
A
So
lie.
mm-mm,
so
nah.
I got kind of 2 points to make because it remind me
But
of this. It got 2 points to make. I'm starting to look at a guy like Tyler Perry just a little bit different now because he made a movie with Journey Smouye and Lance Gross. I
Journey
forgot the name of the
Smoothie.
movie.
You said
And
Mouye.
oh,
I
when
got
she got
Jesse
AIDS.
Jesse
Temptation.
Yeah,
Smollett.
yeah.
When
huh?
she got
She ended up
AIDS, LeBron.
When
out.
she
She
got
got
AIDS at the
AIDS.
end of the movie, she left the dude that had
Oh
a
yeah.
plan. He had a goal. He want, he wiped up and stuff, but she wanted that excitement and stuff like that. That movie. Cardi B kind
Yeah,
of
I know movies I'm on.
Cardi B kind of showed it. It just that whole circumstance took me straight to that for a second, right? And that's not the only movie that Tyler Perry made where a woman left the dude for somebody who she thought was better, etc. So I'm thinking Tyler Perry is kind of in a very nice way saying some women ain't shit, can't trust their own judgment. That's number one.
Well,
But you
I'm gonna say,
comparing good
well,
men
hold
to
on.
a cheater. But see, the
No,
Lance Gross
Good
in that
I'm,
men
movie was a
I'm,
cheat.
good
I'm,
ass
I'm,
man. He was not a cheater.
Good men
hold on,
cheat.
hold
What
But
you
on.
he
mean?
wasn't no blatant cheater in a way to fuck their relation to break up a family. They wasn't cheating like that.
well, but I'm
I don't
gonna,
think his point was geared towards the men. He's talking about women and the decisions that they make. He
but
wasn't really comparing.
I'm saying in terms of the film industry aspect, right? It's one. That's my first point. My second point is, and this is on more of like attachment styles. Cardi B got some real trauma, and with her kind of attachment style, instead of dealing with this shit head on and getting some help, she monkey branched from one ain't shit nigga to a even more shitty nigga. You know what I'm saying? And so she never processed. There was no healing in between. It was like, I got to get with this dude, and it's another high profile dude because he got his own bag and stuff. But on a surface
Well,
level to internal level, it's like you got to have businesses. You got to be a go getter. You got to have a top dude in your eyes to cover up your trauma because it's like, I can't address this shit. You know what I'm saying? And as much as we talk about, and I'm not trying to turn this into a man woman debate per se,
it
but I
already
realize
is.
women are they're premature and slow processors emotionally.
Man, I don't like the notion that y'all say she left a cheater for a worse cheater. First of all, them niggas is both on the same level when it come to cheating. It's just one was in a relationship and the other nigga single. Now that Offset single, he hitting the same amount of chicks that Stefon is. That's all it is. When you're in a relationship, it's only
Yeah.
so much you can do. But when you single, you can flock your motherfucking wings. And that's all he
Let
been
me,
doing. So you can't never say that he's worse. He's never worse. They the same
Nah,
niggas.
let me,
well,
They the
yeah.
let me
same
say something
niggas.
real. Let me say something real quick when you get done.
Go ahead.
I think another thing is that your woman, she need to be afraid to leave you. And
Mm-hmm.
she has to have the fear of God that I don't want to lose this man because I don't know what I'm gonna do if I leave him. And when a lot of women start making a lot of money and they become really successful, that fear slowly starts breaking away to where they feel like they can take care of themselves. They don't really need you,
And you
you
know,
know.
I'm glad
And
you said that, JB. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you
hmm
finish. Go ahead.
yeah, the best relationships work out when I mean one person always gonna have more leverage than the other person. You know, it's never going to be an equal situation. Now, if you got two emotionally mature people, then they can balance that control out. But it's always an underlying someone who has more control in the relationship than the other person. And usually, if you got a great guy, it's probably going to be the guy. Just being
But
honest.
you know what's really
What?
sad though? Cardi B, she wanted to put that relationship on Front Street. And let me make it clear. I'm the only boy with 4 sisters, so I don't condone nothing that Offset did to her. But it doesn't make you look good as a woman when you play these tit for tat games. You were still married, and you sitting up there fornicating with the football cheater. That did not look good at all. You know what I'm saying? And if all right, if she wanted to sit there and smash the boy on the low, she should have just kept it on the low. But she had to go online displaying pictures, showboating. She should have did that. If you're gonna do something like that, you should just do it on the low. But she had to publicize the relationship. That she shouldn't have did that.
But
You
that's
know
that that
what though?
that,
I
that
don't. I think that women never get a little grace from. And I'm gonna make this quick point. I don't think it would never be a good time for her to come out with a new nigga. Cause I just saw
Mm.
yesterday, nigga, they on Kobe Bryant wife ass. She pregnant. Kobe been dead 7 years. Like, and
I
they
look.
on her ass right now because she's pregnant. This nigga
They
been
said that
dead.
was false. They said that was false.
Kobe too good of a nigga. She's supposed to hold him down
No,
for
I
life.
get that, but at what point can you move the fuck on?
That man
Is that
died
real
with they
though? Is it real?
I'm not
that man
sure. I just saw one clip, so don't quote me on that. But I saw a picture of her post. I don't know if it's AI or not, but she was
Yeah.
pregnant in a motherfucker.
that man died with they baby. She gotta
Yeah.
hold
I
that
They
down
said
for life.
she
I get
denied.
that,
They
but
said she
at
She
what
got
denied
to
the
live
point?
her life
pregnancy.
too. She's supposed to be miserable because of that. She got to
Even
live her
Lauren
life
London,
too.
even Lauren London. If Lauren London get caught with somebody right now, oh
She
my
can
God, I
hold it
can't
in her
believe it.
heart, but that's not reality. That's not
Yeah.
reality. I think a lot
They're
of
gonna
people
have
Yeah,
to
want to
they
be a
prove
little.
it.
they gonna have a lot to say, but Lauren London,
I'm gonna say
she
this.
she
If
committed
I
to
was
her man.
rich, if I was rich, she better not find nobody fast. But let's just say me being a regular guy, I would want my wife to remarry. Um,
What's the difference?
eventually.
What's right? What's the difference?
Um, because me on the level I'm at now, you know what I'm saying, my wife ain't gonna be able to sustain herself alone. You feel me? So she's gonna need somebody. You know, I make good money, but it's still not enough to really like, carry her throughout her life. So she's gonna need a partner, you know. But let's say you rich, you got Kobe who left an empire to his wife, you don't need for anything. So it's just very
She
You
different
need
in the
alive?
love and
She
dynamic
needs
of how
some
you might
dick.
need
companionship.
a man.
She
You
needs love and
alive? She
Okay,
needs
companionship.
some
Who gives
dick.
a shit about the
yeah,
money?
on
Who
that
cares
level,
about the money?
but
Who cares
okay,
about the
she
house? Who
might,
cares about all of that? She needs companionship,
but
so she's not entitled to that because he
she
You
left her
done left
money.
she
her
can
everything but
she can
dick.
find that. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You
Kids.
can She can find that through family and friends. She can find that through
No,
family and friends also. A lot of y'all
no,
ain't is
no,
digmatized. Hold up,
no.
listen, please, please, please. A
She
lot of
gotta
y'all
hold
ain't digmatized as much as y'all think y'all is. You feel me? So for the ones who ain't digmatized, get you some good family and friends around you. Keep the family together. And guys not always the priority for a lot of these women. You know, for some of y'all that is the case, but for the rest of y'all, it's usually a more family first situation.
I like that.
And
You got Miss.
no,
That shit sound good, but that ain't reality.
It
it
is
don't even sound.
reality.
It don't even
JB
sound.
know. JB know. Thank you, JB.
Man,
No
that shit
problem.
sound
No
good.
problem.
It
No
does not
problem.
sound good at all.
Because
Hey,
that digmatized stuff is false. I mean, it can have you wrapped up for a moment, but
Yeah, y'all not as
you
digmatized as y'all think y'all is, man. A lot of y'all just
Man,
do it. A lot of y'all
just
just do a lot of sex just to cope with
Hey,
situational things. It's not
J,
y'all ain't as
It's
J,
digmatized as y'all
J,
think
validation, bro.
y'all is.
JB
man,
Sonny.
when a woman is hurt, she needs some dick.
Hey, JB Sonny. I'm gonna say it like
That's what I'm
this.
saying.
Man,
But
I
I
I'm
got
gonna
just you made
combat.
my point.
I'm gonna argue against Sonny when I say that dickmatized thing is a real thing, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I say,
it can
and
be, it
also, I'm
can
also
be,
gonna
but
say something about a woman's emotions too in the process, right?
it's
Because
it's
when
about
y'all,
your
because
mental though. But
because
go ahead.
y'all to be head over heels to the point you scare your damn selves. Like, damn, this motherfucker got like real control over me. And sometimes y'all use that to break out with the motherfucker.
Because that's a
Yeah,
demon.
There ain't
but
no
No,
demon.
yeah. So if you,
see, now you finna justify me.
I do think
He can do everything right, and you can be dickmatized, and you'll still break up with him because you like, hey, he got too much
No,
control
that's
over me. I let him a little bit too far behind the wall, and so you got to like kick him back to kind of make yourself feel good, like you did
hell
something.
no, hell
That's why
no.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
against casual sex. That right there.
No,
you
I
already
ain't say
walking
nothing
in
about casual
with
sex.
one
I'm just
ball
saying.
in.
Yeah, but that can
yo, because
happen.
a lot of women use sex to capture and control. Listen to them two things. Y'all use it to capture and control. Y'all use it to capture guys in, and then y'all use it to control certain situations in long-term relationships that y'all possibly have. But all this like in between, y'all like to fuck all the time. That shit out of here, man. Some of y'all do, but a lot of y'all don't even be caring about it like that all the time. I'm gonna be honest.
So you mean to
it
tell
ain't
me
so
you
amazing that
can't be
you gonna tell
controlled
a
with the
woman how
pussy?
she can feel.
It could
Wow.
definitely just be. It could
No,
definitely
you
just
got
be
some.
sex.
Don't get. I'm not trying to say women don't enjoy sex. I'm not saying it. But what I'm trying to say is, even when they
Just
got
as
the
much
guy
as
that they
we do.
really, yeah, no,
Man, don't
definitely
let
not
them
the
tell
same.
you that
It's
shit,
different.
JB. Hey, listen,
No,
man.
I don't need them to tell me that. I watch it. I watch it from my own reality and people around me too. Like a lot of dudes who with their girls, even if they with the guy that they want, it's still over time they not gonna care about sex as much no more. And a lot of them don't even have the urge to want to go get random new sex because a lot of women don't want to put themselves in them situations. When you got ones that's really locked in with a guy, they still don't want to overextend and put themselves out there to get that pussy up. And then let's say that guy don't even like that pussy, and now they gonna get trauma from that, him not even liking it, or him just using it just to use it. There's so many layers to why a lot of
Yeah.
women. That's why I say
Okay.
fear is necessary too.
Man,
Now,
that's a
JB,
damn
I'm
no,
gonna push
absolutely
JB.
not. These
I'm gonna push
girls
back a
like
little bit.
fucking.
That
JB,
should be weak.
I'm gonna push back.
Man, that's why they
JB,
Bring it,
always go backwards
bring
because
it,
they hate
JB,
putting
bring
new
it,
bodies on.
bring
They
it,
like
JB,
going backwards.
bring
JB,
it.
I'm
I'm
gonna
so
Yeah,
push
glad.
back up. I'm
for
gonna
the
push
woman
back a
that
little
just
bit
does
because when a
What's up?
woman really like into this motherfucker, this is and we gotta be this rolls in here. We gotta be real. We kind of start looking at it as a red flag if a woman get too clingy. So for a woman, it's the complete opposite. When she into that dude, she want to be up under him excessively, and she'll fuck that nigga on every fucking day.
That's why I
Especially
said
if
she
she
used
ain't
it.
been getting none and she
That's
done found the nigga she
Right.
like.
And she
but guess
and
Man,
she
you
what?
gonna
tripping.
It's
and
always a
don't
time.
let her
Hold
be in her
on.
40s, man. Shit, that shit you gotta be she got a time on your ass. 90
No, you're
seconds.
right.
You better be ready
It's
for
a
the
t-
to want
it's
it
a
all the
timer.
time. Is that
It's a
being
timer for
clingy?
that sex. Hold on. It's a timer for that sex to stay like that too. I told
yeah,
you they do two things. They do capture and control.
yeah,
It's gonna be two timelines to when they doing capturing and then they doing controlling. That
yeah,
capture phase, yeah, she might be fucking constantly trying to bust it down all the time, but eventually that fucking flame gonna start dying out after a while.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm
when
gonna
she
say
get
that
a
with
new
most
nigga.
females, that shit happen. Nah, it ain't even if
Yeah,
they
when
get
she
new.
get a new
Most,
nigga, she no, because
I
I've
That's
been
can't.
what I'm
alive.
I
saying, bro.
I've been
I
listen.
I
I'm
can't relate.
44
don't
years old,
understand
and
that.
I've been a
I
daddy
get it.
since I was 16. I ain't
mm-hmm.
never met a woman who did not want to have sex with me as much as I wanted to have sex with her. I never experienced it. Every woman
But
I've
hold on,
ever been around wanted to have sex. They
but guess
never
what
was
though? A
like,
lot.
nah, it ain't that important. It's cool.
No, but let me tell you why they do it too. Sometimes they do it just for the control to keep you there. That's why I'm trying to explain that a lot of women do it out of fear not to lose you either.
Well, yeah.
It's a balance to it. I'm not saying they don't enjoy, but what I'm trying to say is a lot of them will keep fucking to make sure that they can keep you there because they know
But
if
what
you ain't
about when they
fucking them,
get
you fucking somebody else.
right? They said women get hornier when they get like in they mid, what is it, like 40? They start getting super horny
No,
and
that's
shit.
Man,
true.
when they hit
Yeah,
like
that's
the
true.
You
crack
know,
of 40,
that's
yeah,
to the
they hotter
side,
than a motherfucking furnace cooking
And
pizza.
on top of that, LeVar, you said this. You said that a woman get horny or
Nigga, what you like
before or
I
after her cycle. Every
Goddamn
woman got
right.
a cycle.
Hell
So
Yeah,
every
that's
yeah.
woman
true.
get horny.
but you said you do. So
True.
I'm agreeing with
But
them to a certain extent. But
but
Vito,
I'm
why you
not
looking off?
I'm what
Them up, man, hold
I'm
on. If
talking
you
about
catch that
two
motherfucker,
different
Hey,
hold on.
females
Listen,
too.
hey,
Man,
if you
Vito
catch
want
that
them
motherfucker
buns
before she
cracked.
go
She
on,
capping.
shit, you ain't gonna get rid of her.
hey,
I'm
MacMaal.
talking
Let me say
I'm
this
talking
real
about
quick,
two
man.
different I'm talking
Who is
about two
that?
different
Red pill?
females too. Yeah, that's Red
Yeah.
Pill. Go ahead, Red Pill.
Let me just say this, and I'm glad he said that. When women get that high sex drive in their 30s and they single, y'all got to put the pieces together. This is the most 30th singlest bitches on the planet now. Now they horny and single. That's why we got 37 and 38-year-old grandmas, bro.
But that's
It's
why I'm
it's
talking about a completely different type of female. I'm saying the ones who do have the nerve to go out there and start fucking randomly out there. It's two different types of females that's gonna put themselves out there to do it, and the ones who probably in a more committed relationship who have the fear not to do it. You still gonna have a lot of those out there too. I'm still
I
like I
think
said, I can't be biased and say all women out here just fucking. No, it's definitely
Yeah,
a large group that's not either.
you
All right,
know
because
what
what,
about the
JB, though, I will say this. All women are fucking. But the thing about it is the only time a woman get a break when they ain't fucking is when they ain't found the nigga that they want to fuck. As soon as that nigga they want to fuck come along, that little break that you think they going through, that shit is over. Okay?
no
So if a
Mac,
woman
Mac.
tell me that she ain't sexually active or I ain't had none in months, that's because you ain't came across the man that you feel comfortable giving it to. If he
hey
would have
Maul,
came, you would have been sexually active.
Maul,
yeah,
and
but
my man, hold on, Maul, and my man, I can't. What's your name? Young. He said he got sisters. I got sisters too. I'm gonna say this. A woman don't never have no. She don't never go dark. God damn it, shit. She
Oh
freaking on
yeah,
somebody. She
yeah,
already
that's
know who
true.
got next. She got that one nigga in it. She got that one nigga in the background. Hold on. Come on, ladies. You
I
broke
do
up with
believe
your
that.
nigga. You gonna tell me you ain't never spit the block? It's that
uh,
way you can say, yeah, I messed with him, but then it was years ago. But you spin the block with a nigga you already went there with. I've been on to the game.
That's what they
that's
do because
true.
you know
That's what
what,
they
Var?
do. They'll
They'll
never
they
go
don't
dark.
count them as new bodies. That's what they do.
Right.
They go
Okay,
backwards and get an ex
that's
nigga.
true. That's true. But sometimes
Yeah.
No, it ain't.
that person may not be available. So, like Maul said, getting into another person or whatever, some of us understand that like we are highly sexual beings and we can't we can't just have sex with a person. So knowing that, like, if you are one to have sex and you start getting emotionally attached and stuff like that, you might have more discernment when it comes to who you mess with next. Like, you're not gonna get tied up
Sonny,
into nobody.
Sonny,
What?
you break up with your nigga right now. I guarantee you, you
Mm.
got two motherfuckers you could call.
It,
Both them niggas ain't gonna
okay.
say no.
It is. I got more than two.
Somebody
That's
gonna
the
say
problem.
yes.
I got more than two. That's the problem.
I rest
If
my
I
case.
line all of those up and actually mess with them,
Right.
I would be out here just as the
No,
female
it's
that
not
you
but it's
talking
not
about.
about them. It's about getting your
Yeah,
nut off.
that see,
No,
You
but
know, you
it's
know
more
when
than that.
JB talk about these women that hold themselves right. The reason why I have an issue with that part is because I've had so much experience with women. I have been with the most holiest, the most
yeah.
are thy this, the motherfucker at Bible study, church. They
Oh
participate in
yeah.
church. They pray every day. They don't do nothing. But guess what? They call me every 3 weeks to smash their ass.
I
It
ain't
don't
saying
And
matter.
women
this,
out here.
and
I
if
ain't
you
saying.
and if you was on the outside looking in, you would swear up and down this lady was a diehard Christian and
I'm
she
gonna
don't
say
do no
this.
wrong.
It
She
No,
be
doesn't
I know
matter.
gagging
chicks be
like a
on demon.
motherfucker.
They the
I know they
biggest
be on demon
freaks.
time. I know chicks be
Uh,
on demon time.
But
Trust
she
me.
might not be in
I
a
get it.
relationship.
No, I'm not saying nothing wrong with it, but what I'm saying is this notion that women be holding themselves for this long period
We
of time.
can.
I just
We
think that
Some
they just didn't find a man who they attracted to enough to give it to. Sometime a woman be in a place like this, because I know how women work. Y'all hate to
Yeah.
put extra bodies on y'all, so y'all are double back to an old nigga.
Yeah.
Y'all don't
Yeah.
count him. You see what I'm
No,
saying? So
I
you won't
count everything.
get to a new nigga. You'll double back and get one of your old dips from a couple years ago, see what he on, and you will just
Sometimes
deal with him when how y'all deal with each other. But then
sometimes
when
it's
you
Yeah.
not available. Sometimes it don't hit the same. It's a lot
right,
that
that's what
goes
I'm saying. But then you have them times where you might not be able to reach this nigga. Might got a girlfriend or some shit changed about him, and you can't go back. But now moving forward, you can't find that nigga that you really you know you might feel him, but you like, nah, this ain't really my type. Those be the only breaks y'all get. But once that type come around, you getting smashed. You can't tell me that you're not.
Oh
sometimes it
my
don't matter.
Hey,
God.
Maul, I got a couple questions for you. You said old girl that was all in the church and shit. She was hitting you up every 3 weeks, right?
I mean, she would never call me or none of that shit until she want to get fucked.
Well, you said like every 3 weeks, right?
Some shit like that, 2-3
Yeah.
weeks here and there. Yeah,
How many days go into 3 weeks?
21 days.
21.
Do you remember when I said a woman have a cycle every
28 day
when?
rule.
Was she
What you say
single?
that 28-day rule you had the vibe?
Catch her
That's what you
right
talking
before her
about?
cycle. I picked up on her time frame already.
Boy, she'll leave my house on demon time and go
And
right to church and go live.
was
Oh, I'll
Hold
be
on.
like,
was she
oh,
It
wait,
goes
was she
back to what
look at
single?
that devil.
it goes back to what I said. I said woman have a cycle every
Yeah,
28 days. She
I ain't
hit
gonna lie, I
Maul
don't
up
like
every
stuff like that.
21. He catching her
I
before. I said if you catch her before the cycle, you ain't gonna get rid of her. And
hey,
she
hey,
calling up.
was she single or in a relationship?
She was single.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah, no, for
And she
sure.
was
Yeah, now women,
and a lot of them was older women, like 46, 52,
Okay,
yeah,
51 and shit. You feel me?
yeah. Now
Old
I feel
ass,
you on
horny
that.
ass women.
problem
I
is
was. That's why I said earlier I was talking about two different types of women. I wasn't
Yeah.
talking about all of them. Of course, you got the ones on demon time for sure. That's how they doing
let's
their
address
thing.
what's the problem though? What's the problem with everything y'all saying? Is there a problem?
It ain't one. Ain't no problem.
And we
Ain't
No,
gotta
no
it ain't a
talk
problem
problem.
about
for us.
many
Ain't no
different
problem.
items, the Ziploc
Fuck is
bag out here.
fuck is the problem? Y'all
Hey,
want that
long as
shit?
I'm in a rotation, I'm cool. Shit, I'm
You
good.
want that shit or
You
not?
feel me?
Shit. My goodness.
If
Say
they
you
ain't
want
in
that
no
shit or not?
relationship and they
Damn.
open to sex with a good that they know their partner delivers, and that's what they want to do, I ain't saying nothing wrong with that. But don't just say it's everybody, because everybody be in different journeys in their life and can do different things for
Yeah,
different reasons.
absolutely.
But everything else, all that you saying is true, but it still got
Yeah,
its times.
Yeah,
yeah. I
everybody
will
is on
say.
their own
Hmm.
time period. But what I'm saying is, for me, my life experience, I usually run into women that they are respectable. That's what I'm saying. I've met respectable, good women that I would marry. If I
Yeah,
didn't know what I knew, I'd be like, damn, I would
but
marry her. But then I see like what she doing to me. Don't get me wrong, it don't change the way I think about her, no shit like that. But it's
yeah,
like you will look at her like when you see her, when you go through their social media page or you see them out in public, you'll be like, damn, this nice ass lady nasty as hell.
Yeah.
And what's wrong with that?
and you know
Shut
what's though? Real
up.
talk. That's why I would. That's why I could never take a chick
Shut
serious
up.
on that
Hey, Ma,
level.
don't say nothing else.
What you mean you can't take them serious? I thought the thing was y'all
No,
wanted to lay in the streets and the freak in the bed. So what's wrong with her being nice in front of everybody else?
that's how you supposed to be.
I
I love it.
nah.
I love it when a
Hold
woman
up.
know how to carry herself like that.
Nah.
Right, but I'm
Yeah,
talking
this
to
what I don't like
JB.
though.
Go ahead, JB.
I don't like hypocrites. You know, I'm big on like not I don't like hypocrites. And
Okay,
usually the
hold
girl
on,
cut
hold
me
on,
off the
JB. Let
most.
me just say
Elaborate
this
on that.
before. Hold on.
No, I'm asking
Y'all
me
gotta
elaborate on that.
decide.
What do you mean
Hold
hypocrite?
on,
Thank
one
you,
at a
Phoebe.
time.
Y'all gotta
One at a time. Which
decide.
one wanna address it first? Which one?
Okay, well, I'm gonna go with Phoebe, but hold on one second. Y'all gotta decide, because if we like sex too, how do we go about that discreetly if you not in a relationship, right? So it's like we get villainized for being hoes, which I don't agree with, and then you still villainized if you know you got needs that want to be fulfilled and you going about it in a discreet way. But on in front of the world, I don't need nobody knowing. Like, I don't want
Yeah,
nobody to know what I'm really doing.
right. I'm gonna
If
tell
I'm
you how
turning
you
up or
fix that.
turning down.
I'm
This
But
explain.
is how you
Let me
fix that.
explain.
You
Let
get
me
a
say
nigga like
okay.
me that don't say shit. That's what
that's
you
it.
do.
Thank
You
you.
get a
But
nigga like me
JB
that
saying
don't
we
run his mouth,
hypocrites.
Nah,
and you good.
nah,
JB
nah.
saying
Let
we
me.
hypocrites.
And how do you fix
JB,
Yeah,
that?
because
Because some loud mouth ass niggas out here. They be talking. They be
Y'all picked the wrong niggas. Y'all picked
talking.
the niggas that be like, oh man, I hit that, bro. Guess who I just hit last night? You need a nigga like me that don't hang around nobody, that
Hold
don't
on,
live
Jamal.
around nobody.
No,
You
hold
can
on.
sneak your
Wait,
ass out to my
wait.
house
I gotta
and
hit
won't nobody
JB.
see you.
I gotta hit JB and this hypocrite and Phoebe. And Ma, you gotta be on the comments. I'm watching these comments now.
I'm
Because
watching them. I'm looking at what they
able,
saying.
hold on,
Everybody, bro.
when you able to play with, what's supposed to be considered religion, when you're able to play with that and play that hypocrite game, it's only a matter of time until you gonna disrespect me, or you're gonna play me in some form of fashion, because all the levels of your high moral character has already been broken down. You don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck if that.
Who?
Hold on, if you playing with your religion, you really don't give a fuck. So
How
that's
long
why if
Christians
we
do
Let,
hold
let
that?
me
on, hold
ask you
on.
this.
If
Let
it
me ask
start,
JB a
if it,
question.
I rather
Do
the
you
person
not
not be
do
a
you
hypocrite.
not know that everybody is imperfect, right? And
I'm talking
as
about the
we
ones
have
who act
needs,
holier than thou. I'm talking about the ones who act holier
you
than
can be
thou.
only, but if you
All
got
them
needs, you
Christians.
What?
got
Hold on.
needs.
Wait. Hold on. Here's the thing about it. I don't give a fuck what the person is doing. I'm telling you, if it starts off and I let's say I'm fucking you, and I know you doing that, and it's like I watch that, it will never be nothing serious. It would only be just the fun, and I'm
Well,
probably never gonna check you on that. I'm just
What
gonna
was
watch and look and say you a fucking disgusting person, but I'm still gonna probably just enjoy the moment. That's what's
what for
probably gonna
somebody
happen.
who's coming off
Just being
for somebody
honest.
who's coming off more religious and then being a
Yeah.
freak?
Cause them
Yeah, yeah,
Christian,
yeah. When I
all
see
damn
when
it,
I see
all
certain
Christian
traits like that,
hypocrites.
that's what I don't
Okay.
like. I'm telling you
Can
what
I
I don't
ask
like.
can I
I
ask
feel
the
like
panel a
you being too
question?
judgmental.
Can
Being
I
too
ask the
I
judgmental.
can see
panel a
that.
question?
hmm
Can we all agree that women are not loyal to nothing but their feelings?
Agreed.
Can
False.
we agree to that? The reason why I
False.
say that is this: when you start talking about religion and principles and all that, that's cool. You can have
Hmm.
principles, but at the end of the day, a woman is emotional, and whatever her emotions is crying out for, she's gonna fulfill them, regardless of what you think or anybody else think.
hmm
Let's not act like women ain't loyal to nothing but how they feel. They break up homes every day
They
because of
do.
how they feel. They do
Oh,
things based upon how they feel. So you might have strict principles, or I believe in this, or we should walk this way, or not. But once she start
Oh,
feeling like she
oh, I'm not
feeling
religious.
all that God shit out the door.
So,
I'm
but
not.
you
I'm
know
not
what?
religious.
but Christians are
I'm not
hypocrites,
religious.
period, in my
But
book on
Yeah,
many things.
but you know
it's
what?
not about. It's not about the religion. It's about the way how you. It's deeper than just the religion. I don't think you get where I'm going at. It's
No,
deeper than that.
hey JB, I'm on to what you were saying, and with Jamal, like even if they play that card and they try to play with religion, and once I see that, you automatically set a boundary as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I don't fuck around and play
Yeah,
with religion like this. I don't play those type of
they
games.
cut out.
Karma is a bitch. I don't want that shit to come back around on me. If you
Yeah,
gonna say this and do this, we can still
yeah.
mess around. If you gonna sit here and still try to shadow the fence, I'm out because I don't want that. I don't
I,
want that in my
I'm.
space. You
Yeah, for
know,
real. I'm
like I
better.
said,
I'm better off
I'm
you
gonna
just
play. I'm
saying.
gonna play this next clip. Go ahead. Whoever got something to say
Yeah,
next, and then I'm gonna play the next clip. Go ahead.
I'm gonna just say you better off just saying that you just a regular person that's trying to maybe understand religion or spirituality, and you trying to navigate your life. I'm better you saying that than being one of the hardcore hypocrites that you pointing the finger, but the folk
right.
pointing back towards yourself. That's what I don't like. And like I say, when you're capable of doing that, you're capable of doing other things on a way deeper level. It's not about the
And
Yeah.
religion. I'm not religious at all,
and
but it's
hmm
right,
about it's about
and
the
that's just
characteristics.
right. I was just about to say that's about character. That's about your morals, your boundaries. That's everything that you say you
Yeah,
are to the core. Once you start falling back on those, I can't trust you.
Well, that's
exactly.
why most men want a
Niggas do that
women
all
with
the time.
this is why most men want women with
Oh, I'm not no
Christian
hypocrite.
values. Because if you really serious about your Christian values, you won't break
We just
you
said
won't break your covenant with God because of how you feel.
Exactly.
You'll deny yourself as a woman.
we just said it's not just
Exactly.
about religion.
Well,
What's
yeah,
about
I
But
your
understand
but
that.
but what
But
we
what I'm
saying is to
saying
the
is
highest
because,
degree
and the
though.
only reason I speak to this is because I know a person, one of my homies, who has a woman, wife rather, he has a wife who is dedicated to her Christian vows to the point that she knows that he cheats. But she, as a woman, won't let herself go outside of that because she made a covenant to God. And she's sticking with her covenant and
Oh, that's
accepting
real.
what he do. Like
That's
real
real.
shit. Real shit. She knows this man goes out of town and do whatever he gonna do. But as long as that shit don't hit her doorstep, she don't look for nothing.
Yeah.
She don't ask no questions. And she live her life and she be happy with her husband. I
Oh, that
seen
would should be
this.
taken care of to the highest
That ain't
degree.
a
She
husband from
is.
God.
She
That
is. And
husband
she
definitely
make
ain't from God.
and on
Exactly.
top of
So
that, she
you
makes good
hanging on
money
to
and pay
something.
half the motherfucking bills. This nigga got
You
a
She
unicorn.
hanging on to
crazy.
She
something
got
She
a real
that
crazy.
You a
unicorn. He got
lie.
a
She got a
unicorn.
He got
husband.
a
your
goofy.
man is
You a
not man
lie.
is
She
not
No,
got a
that's not
husband.
Goofy Vita.
and he
Yeah.
ain't
Nah,
married
that's
too.
a goofy. That ain't a husband from
No, that's
God.
not. No, that's not. No, that's
Nah,
not.
that ain't
Come
no
on, Vita.
husband from
Everybody,
God.
Vita, just because you ain't
That's
got
everybody
the
not
don't
he who
fall
he
qualities,
asleep
yo.
the most they think.
just
She has
just because
she
you ain't
has
got the
more faith
qualities
in
of
him.
hanging there for the long haul, don't
I
shame her.
do. Don't do me. I do. I don't do me. I do. But a man that holds you in high honor will not do anything that he knows could get back to you that'll hurt you and do all
You
that.
ain't gotta
Come
look,
on now. A
but you
Well,
ain't
husband
here's
from
looking
the
for
God.
thing.
it.
Here's the thing. So they both met in the church, right? But
Okay, so both of them hypocrites.
throughout life, he turned out to be damn near atheist now, right?
Okay, so I said they
So
not
now
equally
he's damn
yoked.
near atheist, and he's doing him, and she's
So
still by his side.
Cause
God left him
she don't think she could do no better.
You a lie? No, she made a
Oh
covenant to
man.
God,
And that ain't,
and
I
she
bet
is
God ain't
being
blessing
strict
that.
on her vows. That's
so
what she
God
doing.
Come on now. But he
Miss
ain't. But he ain't.
Miss
That's why y'all ain't got no husbands, and she
You a lie.
do.
I had a husband. I wish
not
she
She,
yet,
would.
not
That
yeah,
nigga
you
yet,
been
not
left.
had.
yet.
She
not
has.
yet yet,
Okay.
not
If
yet
she
Right?
values herself, she will move up out of there.
Right. And find another nigga to do what? Cheat on her? She got a man, they got a foundation, they got everything
Exactly.
work, they got a big house, they both make
And
checking the bag, they
Well,
doing good, she mind her
atheist.
business, and they
He
living
atheist
happy.
now. So what
That's
God
how
got to
you
do
keep
with
them.
it? He
Hold
atheist
on,
now. So
Sonny.
what God got to do with it?
No,
It
I'm
don't
saying
matter if
on
it's on
her
his end, it's on
behalf.
her end.
On her behalf. Right.
my
That's why
nigga
y'all
couldn't
ain't
do
got no
all that.
husbands. Right.
Yeah, you right, cause I ain't gonna be that stupid.
Right.
I'm gonna be held in high honor like I'ma hold him. If
But
he
guess
can't
what
hold what I
though?
can
Oh
hold, then we
boy.
can't be
But guess
together.
what though? He got it so sweet. He get to go out of town every week. He get to spend the nights out. He do what the fuck he want to do.
So
And
why be
she's
married?
right there. But guess
Cause
what
that's
though?
goofy.
You no, no,
You
no, no,
know what
no.
goofy
I will
comes down
argue
to the
that a woman that
lifetime.
ain't got no husband is
You
the
know what?
goofy.
Okay,
I
you a
put it
damn
like
lie.
this.
Cause if that's what that means, then I don't want that
Yes,
husband.
I'ma listen.
Well,
You
And
know
bye
what?
cat.
so
One thing that we can't do, one thing we
See,
cannot do, we cannot judge. Whatever works,
Absolutely.
well,
whatever
yeah,
works for
but
that household, works for that household. We don't have the right to judge the next person and what they do. If their business is taken care of, however the fuck they run it, it's how they run it. If their household is taken
well,
care of, however the hell
right.
they run their household,
but
it's
see,
how they
Yeah.
run it. If they
Yeah.
kids
All
And
and
right,
it's
them
if
get
been
she went out and did the
everything
same
getting taken
thing,
care of, that's
if she
fine.
did the same thing, I wonder would he stay and do that and not
he
say nothing
would.
and be
He
okay?
would. He
Well,
would.
then they got an open marriage.
No,
So
they don't have
so
an open marriage because she don't do shit. But he's saying,
But
"This
if
is
she
my
did,
homie. This is my homie," and he tell me, "Man, all the shit I do because he don't believe that people should be monogamous. He believe in polygamy. He believes in nature, right? So he's saying if she was to do it, he can't say nothing. Although we're not separating, we're not divorcing it. If you would do it, yeah, I'm gonna feel some type of way, but I can't say nothing because you allow me to live my life. But we're not leaving each other."
yeah.
so that's an open marriage.
hey
No, it's
Vita,
not an
Thank
open
you.
marriage because
Vita
she
That
J
is
don't
an
do
open
nothing.
marriage. If he
No,
okay with
she
that, that's
don't
an
do
open
Vita
shit.
marriage.
She
Vita.
don't do shit. But
If
if
she
she
did,
was to choose to do it, then he would be accepting to it. Is what I'm
okay, so
saying.
that's an open marriage.
Vita JB, I think you guys are going to agree with me on this. The marriage vows say for better and for worse. Okay, so whatever the
Say
covenant
it
or the
again, Va.
agreement, whatever the covenant and the agreement of their marital and relationship status is, it's not for us to judge.
Right.
True.
So let them people live their lives how they live it.
They
Right.
I'm
still
just
together. They
saying,
got a big ass house.
what the
She
fuck a
making
house
she
got to
makes
do
six
with it?
figures. He makes six figures.
They
They
don't got
doing
nothing
their
to do with it.
thing. She mind her business and she wait on her husband to come on.
Okay,
Okay,
but
well,
also
that's
you
her.
said
That's her.
just
And
as
we
we're
gonna
leaving
say
people to their
everybody
own
not gonna agree with
devices,
that or do that.
But
and
you know
just as
what?
we're leaving everybody to their own devices, you can't sit there and project that onto the next person.
But
No,
ladies,
you
Thank
can't.
you.
we got to be realistic about this. I mean, I'm not condoning what the brother is doing. You know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to be faithful and grateful to your wife. But at the other hand, once a woman hits the wall, no man is obligated to answer her call. And she feels like this: no matter what he's doing, am I going to get another man that's going to provide like he does? So, all right, he's cheating everything, but he's still paying some of the bills. You know how hard it is for a woman to,
She got a roommate.
for a woman to start all over again to get a top dog guy?
No, she already know.
Hey, I'm glad you said that because I'm gonna piggyback off of what JB
Y'all
said.
think women goofy.
Remember, doesn't want to be alone.
They want us. They want us to be goofy so bad.
Remember what JB said?
So
one
bad.
got to feel lucky to have the other one. That's what it is.
Right.
She feels
What does
lucky
hit
to
the
have
wall
this
mean?
man.
Wait.
She know that it will be a cold day in hell before
A
she
lie.
find another one like
That's a
him.
damn
Exactly.
lie. That's
That
a
is
lie.
true.
How hard is it to find
Hey,
a nigga
but
to go
listen, though.
50-50?
All right.
So you saying
All right,
it's
get
hard
on
to
that
find
car.
another nigga
Get-
to go 50-50 that cheat on you? That's hard.
Yeah, no, one that you like. Go ahead, get on that car carousel and see how long it takes.
I'm not saying
Go ahead.
50-50.
You'll find
I
out.
did it. I
Let's see
did it.
how
I
long
got
it
out of
take
my
you to
marriage.
find
That's
another
not
husband.
hard.
Get on that car carousel and see how long it takes. Bro, y'all
I
emotions
win.
too
listen.
fickle.
I don't believe
Y'all
in
are,
scarcity. I believe
Hey,
in
listen.
abundance. It's too many niggas to choose from. But let
Listen,
me
I
ask
tell
young
that
50,
man
what
every
does hit
y'all
day.
the
ain't gonna
wall
get it.
mean? Well,
The
Y'all ain't gonna get it.
man was even
58.
thinking about getting a divorce before, and I told him, "You a goddamn fool. You got a unicorn.
Yeah,
That's
no,
my
he has
man." And I
it's a
tell him the
foolish.
truth,
He
nigga.
has an
You got a
open
good
marriage.
girl. You tripping.
He
You
got an open
tripping.
marriage.
Man,
King
these
Young 58. Can you tell me what hit the wall mean?
You over 30?
You
Like I
stretched
said,
out. Your walls be
I
in.
said
listen.
it.
Once
Hold
women
on,
hit
hold on. You
You
over
need some
30 and
memory
what?
foam down there.
she's afraid to be alone. Like, y'all gotta stop confusing. Men and women are different. Like me, I'll be 59, but I can still attract women under 30. I live alone. I got no problem getting women.
And we can still track a nigga with a bag. What? I don't know what y'all saying.
Yeah,
Niggas
but
don't
then,
even get money till they get up in their age. Young niggas don't have the gold that they worry about the gold digger. I'm trying to understand what hit the wall mean because I'm 30. What?
Nah, y'all characteristics gonna push y'all away from that
no,
guy.
yes, if we not, it's not even about an
I'm
age thing.
sunny over here, babe. I'm
It's
sunny
not
over
even about
here.
an age thing. It's like
Sonny, I ain't gonna lie, you got a good personality.
character.
You probably gonna be all right.
Wait, let me understand. Hit the wall mean you 30 years old?
You over 30 and you washed up. It's over with.
I
Washed
didn't
up
say no
mean what?
age. Max said the age. That's just a saying
No,
that I
you said he didn't. Nobody said an age but you. You said 30 years old. That's what you said.
So
Okay,
hold on. Can I answer? Can I
if
answer
No,
you
Vita's
no,
over
no,
question?
no,
30,
because he
if
said
you
it.
over 30
Can
No, no, no. We got a man 58 said a woman hits a wall win. Let me hear this.
No, but I didn't say the age. I'm saying that once a
You
woman
said
hits the
30.
wall, no man's obligated to answer their call. So when you hear all these women on the internet talking about, I can get this man, I can get this. Listen, if you got a whole bunch of kids, especially if you're over 30 or whatever, you got no wins, no nothing.
What if you don't got no kids?
you washed up. No. If you over 30 with no kids, you drowning.
Hold
If
on,
you over
MacMaal.
30 with kids, you
MacMaal,
washed
wait.
up. It's
It's
over with.
two different people here talking.
It's
MacMaal,
over
I'm
with.
not talking to you because you're a different guy.
Facts.
This man that's
My
58 and
nigga.
single, I'm want to hear this. You
Just
said
tell
if
her
she
how it
30 with
is.
it, what if she don't got kids?
No,
Or
but I
her
didn't say no
whatever kids
age.
you want.
I didn't
It,
say the age
This
30.
is
You
I
did
just
say an
said
age.
Hold
I
on.
didn't say
Hey,
the age. I said
can
once
I
women hit the
interject? Because
wall,
I
Wait,
got to
nothing.
Lamar,
answer.
I didn't
wait.
say the age.
Please,
Lamar,
enlighten
y'all
me.
gotta wait because this a man 58. I'm trying to hear him. So you saying if she got kids, right?
Vita, we're me and Maul are
oh,
men also.
oh,
We can
But
chime
hold
in on
on,
this
y'all
one.
didn't say that. Y'all didn't say hit the wall. Y'all ain't say none. This
No,
whole
but I could
52
probably
lives
explain.
about
we
hitting no
I could
agreed
wall.
to
probably
it.
explain
We
it
agreed
better than he
to
can
it.
right now.
let Mark finish.
What you say, Phoebe? We need captions. Hold on.
Hold on, you
Listen,
said what? Young 58?
I didn't say no age. I just said,
Yes,
and JB knows I say this behind the scenes that once a woman hits the wall, no man, is obligated to answer their call. I'm not talking about like y'all. I'm talking about the specific
You
women
don't
that
know
feel.
us.
I'm talking about the women like Vivica Fox. I'm talking about the women like what's that lady, Dr. Bryant.
Give
Them
me
women are way
give
before.
me
He's saying a woman
characteristics.
that's over 40.
Hold
Dr.
on, give
Brian
me
is still
characteristics.
fine. Dr. Brian is
Okay.
still
Give me characteristics. Let me hear
Okay,
this.
let me give you a little context of what he's trying to
MacMaal,
say.
no. No, Mr. Young 58, give me characteristics,
Mom,
please.
she know we
Well, what
ready for
she
it.
like for example,
Yeah,
she can sit up there and say what she wants, but if she is not fit, feminine, and friendly, and she is eating too much at Wendy's, she's got no hope. That's the
So if
bottom
she's
line.
fit, hold on. If she's fit and she's feminine and she's friendly, she hasn't hit the wall at no age. I'm trying to understand.
It doesn't have anything to do with the age. You could be 40 some years old. If you got a good character, of course you're gonna be picked. But majority of modern women nowadays, that happens to be at a certain age, they're not feminine at all.
You saying that
Okay.
attitude?
Man,
That's
once
I'm
you
just
get
making
over
sure
30,
if
you
she's
pushing
fit,
it. When you get
feminine,
over
and
40, it's over with.
that y'all need to stop. Y'all really need to stop because y'all know all the women in there. Every time somebody on Facebook say millennials or everybody over 40 and up post y'all pics, it don't be none but fine ass women and fine ass men posted on there. Y'all could stop with all this how you
well,
look, and then y'all be
Vita.
saying it ain't how you look. Y'all don't want the women or the men based on how they look. It's about this and it's about that. That's who getting married. Average looking
Vita.
people, average doing average
Okay,
shit, making
let me
average
ask you
money.
this, Vita. Let me
Y'all
ask
need
you
to
this,
stop
Vita.
with
Let me
this
let me
shit.
let me
answer
ask
this
you one
question.
question,
Answer this
Vita.
question.
Cause y'all be
Vita,
out the game
hold on,
too.
Vita. Vita, you over 40, right?
Don't say I'm
Oh,
trans age. I'm
okay,
27.
okay. Do you think you look better now or
What's
20
up?
years ago?
I think I
To a
think
man.
20 years ago.
Exactly.
So
Case
Vita,
closed.
Vita, let
But
me
let
break
me say this. Let
Vita.
me help you out.
He talking
How
about
many now let me
they
help you out. This
laughing
is
at
what I'm telling
camera.
y'all that hit the wall shit is a lie. Right? Cause how many I got way more niggas that got bands that I dealt with. I don't want to act like it's all that many in my latter years than in my younger years. What if you
Wait a
don't
minute,
count
say
the
that one
dope
more
boys?
So
time. Say that one more
I
time.
said them niggas with the bands right, that I would take seriously is who I got in my latter years if I don't count them dope boys, not that fast money dope boy when I was young. I'm talking about a grown solid man who got a real bag or M's on his name. Did y'all gotta understand they either gonna if she really young, 20 something, it's a sugar baby, and that's what you gotta understand the arrangement is. Other than that, just like Jeff Bezos, they are marrying women within their age range. Women do not hit walls that y'all trying to say she keep herself up. That's
Vita,
all she gotta do is keep herself up.
Vita,
Vita,
can, can,
answer
can
this
I tag into
question.
this
Answer
conversation
this
real quick,
question.
Vita?
That's easier
Look
said
at
than
look at
done.
Tia
And
Mowry.
hitting the
Easier said
Tia
than
wall,
done.
Mowry.
you're
Tia
looking at
Mowry
it
got
I'm
3
from
talking
kids.
from experience. I
no,
ain't just
hold
saying it.
on,
I'm
hold on.
talking from
Let
experience.
me clarify this. Hitting the wall, you're looking at it from an external position.
I asked,
Internal,
wait, LeVar, did I
hold on.
not try to ask him
Hold
what
on.
does that
Hey,
mean?
you know
He
what?
said
But
fit,
you
Hold on,
got
y'all.
feminine, and
Hold on.
friendly.
1 second, y'all. Let me play this clip because this we diving into what I'm
okay,
trying to play. So let me
okay.
Okay,
play
go
this
ahead,
clip
go
and
ahead.
then we'll go.
Unpopular
Okay.
Let me
opinion.
just
A lot of women do not lack communication skills. They are just inconsiderate of you. They don't care what you have to say, therefore communicating with them becomes very difficult. She can sit down and have a full-fledged conversation with her best friend and take advice and criticism and take that shit on the chin and never yell, scream, cuss, and or argue with that person. Don't go back and forth. They just take it for what it is. And they've learned how to communicate their feelings and express their emotions, and they don't have to do a whole uproar in order to do so with their bestie. When they go to work, they deal with a manager that they may not like every day, but everything is cool, calm, collected. She don't yell, scream, cuss. She don't go back and forth. She don't do anything aggressive towards that person because she doesn't want to lose her job, but she don't like how they lead. She don't like what they got going on. When she goes out into the world, she knows how to communicate with everybody around her except for you. And it's not that she doesn't know how to communicate. She just lacks consideration of you.
Think about that. That's why black women ain't getting
yeah.
married at an older age.
What you
Mm.
mean? She just said that it's that we are capable of communication. Sometimes it's the person that you're communicating with that lacks communication too. So if you both lack communication, y'all ain't gonna never get nowhere, and people don't understand that.
Y'all
But
make
Yeah,
a mistake on the work night.
but
I
you
had a point in my life where like at a younger age, I feel like I was a little more combative with things, and I'm not real argumentative, but I can be.
Mm.
And it took a point to where I got so disrespectful in the arguments to where I didn't like the person that I portray. I don't want to be that person. I don't like to see myself get mad and upset like that. So it got me to kind of like reflect on myself and see how I could communicate better and not, tear nobody down as I'm trying to communicate or have a conversation and stuff like that. Um, but it takes age, I guess, time, reflection.
Nah,
Age
Training.
is
but I
absolutely
think
not right. The older
Training.
woman get, the more harder it is for her to listen.
facts.
The older
Yeah.
man get, the more stuck in his ways he is, and the longer and harder and longer you gotta wait for him to change.
No, we're not stuck in our
Well,
ways. We just built ourselves to
That's
who we want to be, and you got to get on our program, or you can keep it
Nah.
moving.
Yeah, if it's a
yeah.
toxic or a flawed trait and you see that it's causing division or it's not benefiting the relationship or even you, men still need 6 months, 7, 8 months to really get in their own mind. Well, maybe I should do something different. Y'all
How
stay
how
super
flawed of
stuck in y'all
how
ways.
flawed how flawed of a
You when
trait is
you
it?
I don't think it's a matter of them being stuck in their ways. I think it depends on who they with that's gonna bring it out of them, who they want to give it to.
Yeah,
no, it's
that
it's
is
This
true
part of
what
their
too.
I'm
it's
telling you.
part of
They
their
lack
way.
self-development
I
on
don't.
their own.
It's
Why
part
I
of
don't
can't
their
you
think
way
it's.
women
to
get better
I
on
change.
your
don't think
own?
it's lack of self development. If you're just not the one that brings it out of them, that gives them that safe space to do that, then they're not gonna do it. They're
That is
gonna
If
let
true.
if
that
the
come out with who they feel comfortable with. They're just not
I
gonna do it
That
if
with
is
anyone.
true. Yep.
space is safe, even if the space is safe, this is what women have a problem with globally.
Here's the thing:
Even when
women
the
say the
space
space
is
is
safe,
safe. They have to feel that they safe in that space. Women got a habit of saying, "Oh, I was a good woman. I did this. I did that." If he does not feel that you was that one for him, he's not gonna do it.
how
And I
if
Facts.
just
you
Well,
his
think
well,
wife,
you
women
could.
if
say
you
that
his
to me.
wife, how much more the one can you get if you his wife?
Everybody changes and time goes on, and you guys got to work together. That's where communication comes to play.
Thank
You have to
you.
be patient. But
Work
a lot of people are
see what I'm
quick
saying?
to give up on it. A lot of people want to give up on it. As soon as the issue
No,
comes, they want to run and do all this other shit.
No.
Yeah.
You gotta have
I'm
patience.
talking
You gotta
about
take your battles to heart.
I'm
but I
talking about,
think
and the men be the main one that don't, because I'm talking about let you get sick and
Not
see how
always.
he gonna hold to the vows. Let you
Ladies,
get sick and let you go and
What do you
anything happen to
mean?
you and see how he gonna hold on to the vow.
What
But
do you
what I'm
mean?
saying,
What are you
Phoebe,
All the
talking
good
about?
men
What do
that
you
did
mean?
that got cheated on. Papoose, Will Smith, every
Papoose,
man that
What
hold
do
you
you
look,
down,
mean?
look,
you're
look.
doing wrong.
Don't use them because they had double lives and we ain't gonna talk about them. We gonna stay with regular people. But for Phoebe, when you give a man years on end to do one thing he said and he don't do it, you giving him space. You just like Jamal said, it's MacMaal just proved there's women that'll fall back and let that nigga do him until he said, if he say, well, baby, one day I'm gonna get it together. I ain't gonna be like this forever. I'm gonna change. I'm working on it. That nigga can say that for years and you will stick by him, not cheat on him, not do him wrong, not bash him, not
uh,
get back, not hold the same energy. Matt Maul just said it's a woman doing it and she fine doing it. So y'all can't say ain't nobody doing it and she's not on this live, ain't
That's
on the
why she
live,
got a
ain't doing
husband.
it.
Vita. If
That's
she
what
Yeah,
agreed,
I'm talking about a
I
Vita,
wife
if
and
she agreed,
husband.
if she agreed to that, she already know who she want to hit next. That's number one. It's just he taking a hit because he being open and up front. That's number one.
So hold
But
on,
number
Levar,
no,
hold on.
num-
So
number
if
two,
that's the
hold
case,
on, number
wait,
two.
Levar. So
I
if you
got a
don't go
question
to
for the
your
ladies
next point
though.
yet, wait a minute. If that's the case, then what you're trying to say is that a woman actually, no matter what, is not, or men aren't actually developing, becoming better people. They just sitting around to get their lick back at another time. Nobody is actually trying to be better
I'm not.
people.
No,
Not
that's not
only
what I'm saying. That's not
okay.
what I'm
So
saying.
you just
I'm
said she was
saying
sitting and waiting.
no. This is what I'm gonna actually say. A woman already, like I said, every woman already knows who got next. Okay. If the man
Oh
goes and he
my
mess up,
God.
or he's transparent that he don't want to be tied down, she has behind that so she can go and explore her options as well. But shift all that blame on him. That's why I'm saying it becomes accountability factor. That's number one. But number two, and I got a question for the three ladies in here.
what's
I
going
want
on?
to talk back to
You
Phoebe.
got
Now, I got a question for the three ladies in here. When she said women are great communicators, okay? Can you? I got two questions now.
Hey Mac, I'm finna
Can
switch
you
phones. I'll
Phoebe
be
allow a
right
just
man
back.
to
took you
finish his
over. Phoebe,
thoughts
I was talking to you.
now hold on. Can you allow a man to finish his thoughts without cutting him off in a conversation?
Especially if it's
okay.
about you.
I
Let
You
me
can't.
be
got to
honest
put that
about
in
that.
there.
Let me be honest about that. I I'm learning to. I
Okay.
did know. I've noticed that sometimes in
At 30-something
conversations,
years old, you're learning to.
I'm learning too. Like I said,
Jamal, it's some
I
shit y'all never learn.
but I found that sometimes in certain conversations, I get a little like eerie or get anxious, like when somebody's speaking on something and I know I got something to say, but that comes from me also like forgetting what came to mind. Sometimes I be thinking like 1,000 thoughts a minute. So, I don't know.
Okay. So, but you said you're learning that. I can take that answer. What about you, Vita and Phoebe?
Yeah, I can.
I can. It's
Okay.
communication skills.
Now,
I learned that as a kid. When people are speaking,
here's the second question. Can you respect the outcome of what's said without attacking and letting your emotions take over after a conversation?
Yes, and I did it for years. I got proof. I do it in. I got 100 proof. I do it in business. I conduct all my own business on every level. I do law. I do all that. I could say I'm a professional debater. I would say I'm a professional presentation of fact. I'm a professional objectionary. I could do it on all levels up and down, and I never weaponize it in my relationship to like knowing that I might could do it better than my dude, which I could, but I never did that. I never made like I'm the better arguer, I'm better presenting facts than you. I can withhold emotion and set up a conversation to show you that you're lying. I don't even be doing all that. I really be in it for the love of it and giving him his space and time, and to do that for years on end. And still the man won't do what he said. That's what I'm saying. If he don't
But
want
why?
to, it's not about you,
Wait,
it's
But
about
because I
him.
had a bad.
but
Go
why
Let me
ahead.
be
tell you
with
why I
somebody
don't. Let me
like?
tell you why I don't
But why
believe.
be? My bad. Go ahead.
That's why I divorced. That's what I'm saying. Cause I ain't want a divorce, but I did it because I saw that after I knew in year 5, like I'm like, if this don't get addressed, we not gonna be together. And I did not with everything. I tried everything in me not to get divorced. It just I had to keep shrinking myself that I couldn't shrink no more. I was getting headaches, migraines, all
So,
type of shit. Cause I'm
Yeah, let
trying
me tell
not
you why.
to
so
For better
do
or for
that.
Let me,
worse.
I was in it for the worst, but I'm telling y'all, if somebody is steady saying to you, I'ma do it better, and it's one thing, I ain't even talking about 3, 4, 5. One
I'm not
thing.
knocking you for leaving.
Then that's on them. That don't got nothing to do with me. If I'm saying, is it me? Can I do something different? Can I do something better? And he's being honest, like, no, you worked on what you said. You coming to me right. It's respectful. I still respect that man. I never dragged that man through the mud. He's still a good man. But still, if they don't want to, they won't. That's just it is what it is. Nothing you
But
could do.
can
okay,
you ask me
Vita.
a
So you
question?
said
but
you
you
gave him
know,
5 years to change it, or what was the time frame you gave him to change it? If you don't mind me asking.
In year 5, we got divorced after 10 years. In year 5, and I gotta be honest, I did double back and sleep with him for 2 years, but
Okay.
after we divorced. But
Yeah.
in year 5, I knew that if we didn't address this, it was hurting my ability to trust him, and I couldn't stay safe and vulnerable in a relationship like that, and it was going to affect the relationship. And I'm sharing this with him. Remember, I'm doing therapy. He not. I'm doing everything I could. I
Okay.
did 100 things. I'm
So
telling y'all, if they
here
don't want to, they won't.
I'm glad
People
you
could
bring that
always
up
say,
because I want you to understand. And let me take the relationship component out of this for a second.
After you
When you
after you
did,
make your after you make your point, JB, you go ahead.
all right,
okay.
you got you got people that's full blown alcoholics. It's gonna take them time to get over that. You got people that's drug addicts. It's gonna take them time to get over that. You got people that have serious problems, in terms of like habits, even smoking cigarettes. It takes time to quit. And every now and then, people will relapse. They get that term called relapse. And I've learned that to have a healthy relationship, you have to have a space to allow that relapse and allow that time for change because it's not going to happen overnight.
Right. I knew that. I'm in it for the
Yeah.
long. I knew that.
No, no,
Even
that's why I asked what was the time frame in which you wanted him to make those changes because the other three things, which is more of a single person with a problem, it still takes them a long time. But you're adding in a component of a marital union and you're expecting quicker change. And it's not
no.
always built that way.
Well, let me say that I wouldn't expect. I honestly didn't put a time frame. The reason, and our breakup was amicable. The reason that we just came to the conclusion, look, if we have to over years and years keep talking about the same thing over and over, it's taken away from your health and livelihood and mine. Let's really just be honest and say what we gonna do. You're not gonna do it. I don't need to keep asking you about it. Let me just move on from that. What you feel like is best, because I know it's best. He like that. I don't want to, but you right. I ain't gonna do it. Okay. Thank you for admitting that. So well, how we gonna go about it? And we went about it so amicably, like people couldn't even believe the divorce. Like it was because it wasn't a turbulent one. I'm like, nah, we grown people agreed that grown people's gonna do what grown people wanted to do. But him admitting that is letting me know if a man want to, he would. But it's not just that. My daddy told me you can't make a grown person do nothing they don't want to do. They gonna do it because they want to. I never cheated on him. He never said I'm gonna leave you because of that. We never fought. We never fought over money. Nothing else was issues like that. I just couldn't do it. And over time it started to affect my health because that's how I entered the relationship. It started affecting me like that the relationship, like what JB said, this relationship finna end to start physiologically affecting my health. Now I'm getting migraines and all this, not feeling good, and that ain't even me. I be healthy all the time. So it's like, dang, what I'm gonna do? It's nothing more I could do. I'm doing everything. And my daddy was, like one of my counselors, but I had real therapy. I was in military wife classes. I was doing everything I could. It was nothing that somebody would suggest that I thought I was above. Every day I'm like, is there something else I could do? Is there anything I can help with? If he doesn't want to, he's not. Period. Period.
I'm
Now,
curious to
right now,
know
if I call him and say, let's get back together, he would do it. That's what I'm trying to tell
I'm
you.
curious to know what the issue was. No, but
The
I know.
issue
Yeah,
was
me
this.
too.
This is the issue. This how it's not small, but it's big. I lost the ability to trust what he told me because he kept telling me something he wouldn't do. And I'm like, listen, this is hurting my ability to trust you and what you say. Now I'm doubting it. Do you mean it? Do you not? I'm on pins and needles. Like, did he mean it? Is he gonna do it? Is he not? Do his yes mean no? Do his no mean yes? Like I start losing sight of what's really what was to be. So I'm like, damn, this is like affecting my livelihood. So I'm telling him, and he like, oh, okay, we got it. I'm gonna be on top of it. This is years he'll say this and did never do it. And now he like, I'm in therapy, I'm doing all that. We could get back together. I'm like, I begged you practically not to do this while we was together. Why take us breaking up?
he
If
probably
he
Some
needs
people
wants,
don't
somebody.
believe
Oh,
shit
my
to what
bad, Jake.
happened.
I,
I'm gonna be your
Go
life
ahead,
coach
yeah,
after
JB.
the
yeah.
Let
show.
JB go and then you go.
Yeah, I think on two sides. I think on two sides of that, because what I was gonna respond to earlier, we kind of shifted from that. But I'm gonna respond to what was just said. I think it goes back to the side that I said that the woman should be fearful to leave the man, and the man should also be fearful to leave the woman. But you have to create that reality and space for that guy to make him fearful to lose you. I don't know what it would be for that guy. Every guy is different, but you're gonna have to create that fear factor for him to say, damn, I really don't want to lose this woman because she's just so special, she does this or does that, or her physicality is just A1, that I don't want anything outside of this. So y'all have to create that side of fear for us to live with, so that we don't leave y'all, you know, or want to leave.
JB, he said all that. He said all that. JB, I was modeling in magazines, just hanging on helicopter cellar fans. It was nothing I was denying that man of. I'm telling y'all, if he don't want to, he will not. You can't make a
I,
Well, why
grown
you?
person do something. That's what I'm saying.
I,
When
I
y'all
could.
get
Well,
older,
what
y'all be
made you?
setting
Hold on. What
y'all
made you choose?
ways.
Hold on. So what made you choose him
So
and then stay with him? And I'm trying not to make this personal, but we just
No, you
talking about
can.
it.
You can. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all when y'all saying this.
But
But I'm
what
not
made
bitter
you?
behind it. I'm not bitter, but because other than that, he was so good. He was so good, and it was really due to my health. If my health didn't decline behind that, I would still probably be trekking it out. But my health started to decline, so I couldn't deny myself, and that was
So
due to my
is
own
it
growth
your?
because I was
Is it your fault?
working on
Hold on. If it
myself.
was if it was a small issue, then are
It's
you the
not. It
problem?
wasn't small.
If it's a small
right, so we
issue,
don't we
are
don't
you the
know what
problem?
the
It wasn't small,
I'm
JB.
not.
If I
I'm.
can't,
I'm not trying to attack her. I'm just talking.
No, I don't feel attacked. It's okay. I'm saying to y'all, I ain't gonna take up all the time on my personal situation, but I'm just saying because that's why I was talking to Phoebe, like on woman to woman, to let her know, like you can do all of that stuff. And a man, if he don't want to, he just won't, or if he just don't. And you know what he told me? He said, I ain't really changed because I ain't think you was gonna leave me. I said, but I even moved
So
out, got my own apartment, and then moved back in with him. And I said, I just did that to really see, was you gonna just stick to it? And he stuck to it and just wouldn't. I was like, well, damn, did you
so
marry me to just play a games? Because I was in this for life. I was off, I was done. But
so
that's
Vita,
what
Vita, I kind of see where you're going with it because it's similar to how I got divorced. It wasn't so much what was said, but it was also the actions. It's matching the words and the actions, right? But it wasn't just one area; it was multiple aspects. What that made me make the decision for me. So I understand where you're coming from, and so that's why I said I was kind of curious of what the issue was because I'm like, if it was something small, I understand that the growth within you is gonna come from an uncomfortable place, and that's your mind break it down when you like, okay, do I have to suppress and figure out is this coming from my ego, and is my ego bigger than a relationship, and that's a hell of a thing to sit here and contemplate among yourself because nobody's gonna answer that but you,
Yep.
and you sometimes you just gotta hope you pick right, you know.
yeah. I'm telling y'all, like I that's why I do not mind telling the truth and stuff. And that's part of why I'm celibate, because it's like it's not, I know I want real connection, a real relationship. I don't want all that in and out fake or halfway, because I catch feelings fast. I gotta admit, I just catch feelings fast, and I be in it and I'm down and all that. So I don't got time. Like, this ain't 20 years ago. So my son 22. So I'm like, nah, if I ain't gonna be in some real and committed, then I'm gonna just chill. I'm gonna just fall back. That's why I just be saying everybody is in a different place on their journey. Everybody is.
Well,
You gotta
Everybody.
do what's best for you.
Right, right. And that's just where
yeah, I
I'm at
think
right
another
now.
thing that can help is probably get with the guy that like you. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Both sides got mating strategies that's not beneficial to the other.
Yeah.
On the guy side, get the girl that like you more than you like her. On the woman side, get the guy that like you more than you like him. I'm not saying it's supposed to be set up like that, but you need to get the guy that's very infatuated with you, that's
That's the
gonna be able
truth.
to put up with
Yeah.
To
more of
know
your
more,
bad
to know
habits.
more
That
That's
about
the
you.
truth.
really,
Facts.
Yeah.
I heard that from
Fellas,
yeah.
There you
I heard
go.
that from the best woman I ever been with, man. I lost the best lady of my life long when I was a teenager, and she moved
Yeah.
on with her life, and she's doing very, very well with her new husband, and with her husband. And me and her had a long talk about that, and she told me the same thing. The reason why her marriage worked is because he liked her more than she liked him.
that's
Hmm.
that's that, that's an imbalance, but that's a conversation for another day. But
That's
side
what's
That's a
note,
up,
because I know
Bob.
necessary
Maul got
evil.
another video, fellas. If you out there in YouTube, when Vita become available, she gonna be tighter than telephone wires up in the sky. So that's a public service announcement right now.
Oh God, did he really just say that?
Okay, I'm about to change the flavor, man. Let me roll this next clip, and
Yes,
we're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
yeah,
change
yeah,
the flavor real
Yes,
fast.
okay.
sir. Yes,
Black people don't
sir.
want to live around black people. I don't want to live around a bunch of black people. I move to neighborhoods where it's majority white because I know I'm safe. Now, this is uncomfortable reality that no one wants to say, so I'll say it for them. Black people commit a lot of crimes. The majority of the violent crime committed in the United States is committed by a small percentage of people, and they tend to be black men. Look, but the political correctness and being nice and not wanting to tell the truth is precisely this problem. And the reason why you're seeing all this support for Metcalf and Shiloh, etc., is because white people have not been able to step up and say what they want to say for a very long time because of what I said before, systemic, organized, where they don't take accountability for their decisions. Let me bring Here's the thing. Black people can be as tribal as they want to be. You have people like Tariq Nasheed, Dr. Umar Johnson running around about black power and marry black women and keep it in the hood and all this other stuff. But if white people assemble and say, you know what, white power, we need to keep our nation white, they're immediately ostracized and labeled as supremacists, and they get banned off every single platform. I find that interesting. Black people practice the very racism they cry about. You guys can gather together and say Black Lives Matter, Black Power, but if white people get together and say white power and gather together, they're considered white supremacists and they get banned off every single platform. Why is that Jared Taylor and Nick Fuentes are banned off every platform for practicing white nationalism, but black people are allowed to stand every single platform getting interviews on a Breakfast Club? Explain that to me. There's a two-tier situation here where black people are able to benefit off of being racist while whites are not. And what we're dealing with right now in America is literally a backlash to this black supremacy has been able to run around unchecked for a long time. Nobody flipped out like this when the United States was getting destroyed in 2020 because of black protesters destroying every liberal city in America. So I don't want to hear it about, she made $100,000 because she said the N-word. Who cares? They destroyed billions of dollars of structure because someone got killed who was a criminal. That's the problem in America.
Okay, so to give y'all some context of how this conversation got about. So Myron identifies as a black man. And the white lady next to the black man to the right, she is a white quote unquote supremacist. She says the N-word a lot and she believes in free speech, right? She's wild as hell, right? And so Myron basically responded to the fact that why she can't speak her mind, but black people get to speak their mind. Y'all can take it from here.
I mean, I agree. When we get on them panels, especially in like in the TikTok world, because you know that's a whole nother universe. They got their own zip code and all kind of shit over there. But I'll be sitting and listening to black people that be like, man, black people can't be racist. We don't got no power, all this shit. And I'm like, bro, you don't have to have power to be a bigot or to be prejudiced and all that. Because I used to think that shit too. I'm like, white people ain't got no power, none of that. I'm like, bro, it doesn't matter. You can't just walk around being mean to people you don't even know just because they ain't did nothing to you. And I've used the example of just walk through your day for a week and then just document every racist experience you have. It's gonna be zero. If you got pulled over, it's for speed. Somebody might say something to you at work about your hair. Yeah, it just be the most petty shit. Like I don't understand. This victim mentality that we got is so. It's wild to me, dog. I'm sitting there, black power this, black power that. Ain't nothing go. I was like, there ain't nothing happened. I ain't never not got a job. I ain't never got pulled over because I look like some shit. I just think it's crazy that if we say black power, we can do that. But when they say they just want to stick to their own kind, which is what they really saying. They not saying F black people. They just saying, well, y'all pro-black, we pro-white. What's wrong with that?
I think we're the only race that can go into like other countries and other like just in other parts of the world or whatever, or just like different clubs and we can vibe with the Mexicans, we can vibe with anybody. So we not really racist. We mean the people that's mean to us. And I've been like I used to stay in Oswego. With my dad. I had a cop follow me a couple blocks down, and as I pulled in the driveway and hit the garage door opener, he walked up on me and was like, "Oh, do you live here?" Obviously I do. So I feel like he was racially profiling, and you do have incidents and where it is. But I think it's the obvious that it's always like, white supremacy and stuff like that or whatever. It's just, put up on us that we don't stick together. It could be
You know what? I think we don't stick together on topics where it really matter. Okay, it's like you will see it come together in the state of like victimhood. Because I'm gonna bring up this thing, and I think JB, you in Georgia, correct?
Yeah, I'm in Georgia.
All right. Stop me if I'm wrong. At the same time that the George Floyd thing happened in Minnesota, it was another young man that was followed by two white guys because I think he went to like a rehab house and they basically shot him and killed him. You know what I'm saying? But
the lifeguard just shot two black boys at the pool.
Yeah. But you know what? By me being up here in Chicago, I have a little bit more information on that. And what's gonna eventually what's really getting that lifeguard right now is that he has military training and they were minors. Okay. So that's one part of it. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to know better being an adult. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of do agree with
My
them.
bad. I got on a call. I'm sorry. Hold on.
I'm sorry. I said, JB, you reside in Georgia, right?
Yes.
I said I was bringing up at the same time the George Floyd thing happened. It was a young man down there that got killed by 2 white guys when he went to go look at a rehab house, right? And that was like
like
it
Brunswick.
just glossed over. And let's also be honest too. That got overshadowed because George Floyd knew Steven Jackson, the basketball player, who had more of a media voice to push that agenda. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think the one in Georgia was worse. You know what I'm saying? Because
it was worse.
It was way worse, but you didn't hear it. You didn't. But the boy didn't have a celebrity pushing his name or the brutality of how he died and stuff like that. So it's like you got these different crimes and stuff like that, and you got some of these white people. Like I kind of blame Trump here. It's like that when he ran and he went to the dynamic of appealing to saying, okay, I gotta make the Caucasians feel more empowered. That's when all of them came out the woodworks, because I think the power that we have, black people have a very intimidating presence, you know, because we done changed TV where they can't say nigga on TV no more. You know what I'm saying? If you go look in the 70s and 80s, they were shooting off just like we do it on the podcast, you know? So we're very influential, but we pick and choose how we use our voice. And what he said about black people moving out, don't black people, I'm like, he's absolutely right on that, because we know black crackheads is way different than white crackheads. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I'll say this, right? And I hate to say this about my people, but I'm fucking ashamed of us, man. We act ignorant as fuck. We don't know how to act nowhere. We aggressive as fuck. And it seems like black people live in their own bubble. And I don't know if y'all deal with black people when it comes to business, but I deal with black people when it comes to business, right? Black people are always late. They don't give a fuck about nobody time but their own. When they feel like they're somebody or they have a certain status, they act like all the rules don't apply to them. Then when we go somewhere, we always got to be loud as hell and obnoxious, and we got to be rude to other people. We don't take into consideration of other people, to the point that at one point I felt like I was mad to be black at one point, because it's like when you go some motherfucking where, right? You notice that all other races are acting like normal people, but for some reason, you know when it's niggas on board. Not black people, niggas. Because black people and niggas act different. Black people act civilized. They act regular. They get blend
why I wasn't saying nothing.
You know what I'm saying? But when you incorporate niggas bring a whole different vibe, which is cool in some cases, but the ignorant shit I don't deal with. And then you have the men are super aggressive. Then you have the women that's super aggressive. Like both sides of niggas are all fucked up. No other person in the world, no other man and no other race act like a nigga, and no other race act like a bitch. I ain't gonna say black women. I'm gonna say a bitch, because there's a difference between a black woman and a bitch, and there's a difference between a black man and a nigga. And I'm gonna just say that we so fucked up we can't do nothing. We are all fucked up.
Hey Maul, remember I think I sent this YouTube thing earlier about a black woman when she said she was sitting in a barbershop and she heard this young black man said that he was about to get married. He just graduated with an engineering degree, but he's about to marry a white woman. And she said it kind of broke her, because he was like, the barber was like, why you marrying the white woman? He was like, I've always grown around traumatic and hostility and stuff. He said, when I went to college, I was exposed to a whole different world. You know what I'm saying? Thanks. And he said, it's like you around a whole bunch of noise. He said, when I got with the white girl that been around her family, it was like putting headphones on and drowning out the noise, and he can actually get peace. You know what I'm saying? And I said that was kind of profound. You know what I'm saying?
Our culture's so fucked up, right? We believe that a man showing another man love is gay. I'm gonna just make an example. I live around white folks and Indians right now, right? There's no, it's probably like 2 black families in this whole little neighborhood I live in, right? My neighbor next door is a single father. This nigga be cooking steaks and shit, and he'll come and ring my doorbell and give me a plate of motherfucking food. Like, man, I know you ain't got no wife over here, man. I cook, you know what I'm saying? I cook some extra food you wanted. I'm hell yeah, I want some steak and potatoes, right? Let a black man do that to you and he your neighbor. You be like, man, what the fuck wrong with this weird
Bro, get
ass
your
nigga?
gay ass away from
You
me.
feel me? Like, nigga,
That's
you
what
done
they
brought
go.
me some food. Fucking just,
That nigga, bro.
even my
Yeah.
garage. One day I went to work and I left my fucking garage open. When I got off work and came home, my neighbor came out. He was like, man, I closed the garage for you, man. You left your fucking garage open. You must have been rushing for work or something. And I was like, yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Niggas don't do shit like that. If you leave your garage open in a nigga neighborhood, everything in that bitch gonna be gone.
Oh man, all your hand tools
Hey,
gone, your motor
hey,
oil
LeVar.
gone,
Hey,
antifreeze
LeVar,
gone.
let me capitalize on what you said too, because when it comes to like the black dudes that date white women, they 9 times out of 10 they did go to college. If they was an athlete, or that, like, if you come from the hood and you had good enough grades and you go to college, or not, you know, if you're an athlete and you get around these women, you definitely you get culture shock. You start meeting women that, you know, they not aggressive and they just be chilling and they just happy to be around you and stuff like that, bro. I was raised with that though. That's why I
Yeah,
said I lived in the hood and I was 10% of the black population in my middle school and high school throughout my whole life. So I
yeah.
get it. I liked white girls when I was 6.
And
You
you
know what I'm
know, it's
saying?
it, it's
But
crazy that we dived up in this topic because that's my next clip. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you
Okay.
finish and
yeah,
I'm gonna
no,
play the
I
next
just
clip.
no, I just wanted to say that. I mean, when you be around it, it's just different, bro. It's definitely different. And sometimes, you know, you just like my mama, you know, and don't disrespect the black mamas and all that, but you know, we came up with the mom loud, you know, they playing spades, smoking, drinking, and all this, you know, just and
So
you get around peace, and it's just like, damn, what is this shit?
You
I
get
don't
So
want
around
to.
I
motherfuckers, you
just
see
want to say
motherfuckers
this.
that's really a family, and you be like, damn, y'all really love
Yes,
each other. That's
I
crazy.
so
seen
would you
2 people
So,
in the household. That shit was crazy. I was like, damn. And this woman catered to
so
this nigga.
would you agree
I'm
that
gonna say this.
it matters where
I'm gonna
you
say
meet the
something.
person that you're trying
What-
to
You said
date,
what?
or I said, would you agree that it matters like where you meet your person, or I mean the people that you choose to date, or the type of environments and stuff you like to be around when you meet people?
I think
Yeah,
it's
but
the dynamic you.
I think that
Yes
got a
or
lot to
no?
do with it too, because
Yes or no?
it's proximity. It's definitely
Absolutely,
proximity.
yes.
I mean, just
yeah.
like you go to college and you know you meet a different vibe of people and stuff like that. If you start hanging around in those establishments and those those parties and stuff like that, then you can meet other people.
Yeah,
Well,
but I
I'll
think
Yeah,
say
it's the
but
this.
dynamic.
I
one thing I don't like is a white girl that try to act black. I'm dating a white girl because I want the white girl experience. If I wanted
You
this
want the
nigga
real white.
shit, I would date a nigga. I don't like white girls that try to be black. I don't like that shit.
Yeah,
Be
I think it's the
so
Susan,
I
dynamic
bitch.
you
would
Stop
choose.
trying to be
I think
Keisha.
I think it's the dynamic
That's like y'all
you
trying to
guys
make us
set.
proper. What?
Hold on, Phoebe trying to go.
Go ahead, Phoebe.
this proves right here. Somebody asked earlier, are we capable of listening and let somebody talk? I've been trying to say something the last minute and a half. Y'all just talking. Listen,
Go
so
ahead. Go ahead.
ex-sister-in-law and the one he's married to now. I don't know what the fuck they are in my black. Sorry, brother, if he sees this. His thing was he dated a few blacks. I remember the last one he dated. She stayed on 106th in Michigan. I don't know what she did to him. This nigga didn't wash his ass for like 3 weeks. He never went back. He said it was too dramatic. Gave him a headache. He couldn't deal with it. Peaceful on that side. They don't argue. She don't get loud with him. Whatever he wants to do, she's down for it. I ain't gonna speak on the cooking, but it's my brother. He does not deal with black women. He said we're too problematic for him. Give him a headache. Too stressful. He want peace when he come home. So I think it's just I don't know about how they're raised. They're just different. They didn't come up with the same experiences and the shit that a lot of our I'm gonna say our mothers and grandmothers had to deal with. So no, like you, I think Red Pill, you said like they 2-parent household. We was raised in a 2-parent household, but my mom, she wasn't a peaceful woman. She wasn't peaceful at all. She gave my daddy the fucking flux. He stayed with her, but she gave him the fucking flux. My brother said, I can't do this shit. So he's off on the other side, and I got about 3 or 4 cousins. They do not date black women. If I show y'all my younger cousins, like the generation underneath me, mixed with all kind of shit. Because they say they can't deal with a black woman. So I was raised with one. I got sisters. I can't have that every day when I come home from work. I want peace. It's kind of sad and it hurts, but that's what they say. Mhm.
It's
It's
real though.
All
unfortunate
right,
that
anybody got something to say before I play this next clip? Because we diving right into it.
Now let's get it.
Okay, let me
Well,
dive
why
right.
people be having these debates like black men don't like black women? The truth of the matter is, y'all heifers be out there sleeping with every dog you can find, and while in school running and gunning, you telling him he lame. You got to have some balance. You can't just always blame black men for everything. Your best athlete, a white girl, will approach him. He gonna skin down. That boy get out of practice, she gonna have his meal ready. She's trying to show him, this is why you should pick me. I'm gonna prove to you why you should get me. And y'all ain't being taught no shit. You being taught fuck, and it's up, and it's up, and it's nigga free, and I'm the price. No, you been taught that dumb shit. That's why I say I watch behavior. You don't want to watch these girls' behavior where they all out twerking and shaking. Why would somebody want to have that as their wife?
Hey,
Okay.
hey, hey,
I
Mac.
agree.
Hey, I gotta, boy. Hey, I love this though. I ain't gonna lie. I like doing it with y'all. Though. I don't like doing it with strangers because people they be in they pro black. They be on their fair account for real. I'll be like, you ain't did nothing in the community. But I'll tell you like this. I remember Kevin Samuel said one time. He said, "Man, look." He said he knew this professor at this college that did like an African American studies lifestyle type thing. And he did it for black women to come and, you know what I'm saying, like experience the culture, get to understand like how to cook good and know what black men like. He said it was Asian women in there, white women in there, Spanish women in there. And he was like, he started getting confused. He was like, well, why are y'all here? And they was like, because we like black men. They was going to school to learn how to be a fit a wife for a black man. Ask a woman, what you do for a black man? Don't ask me what I bring to the table. What you mean? I am bro. I'm telling you, dog. Like the way that other cultures, and I'm talking about an average dude, 40K, 30K, a nigga with a dream, nothing. They will put work in and be like, because I love this. I like it. I don't know what it is. They'll call it fetishizing, whatever to downplay it, but I'm telling you, women of other cultures that like black men, they don't like them, they love them for real. Because they'll go to class for that ass. But nigga, ask a woman, the black woman, your sisters, y'all my sisters, I love you.
it's a lot
I'll
of
run up
us
on
that
say,
hold it's
huh?
it's a lot of us
I
that
would
hold
say
black
this.
men down, but some of us won't even speak on it because they don't want to put that person out there, or they don't want us to look like a goofy either, because it be some goofy shit happening behind the scenes that a lot of people is not aware of what we
Like
do for
what?
these dudes.
Like what?
I,
White women
I'm
don't worry about that.
Right. They not worried about it's called humility, man.
They trying to learn
I
how to
would
be
say this.
better women, not better men.
yeah,
They
I
Mm-hmm.
would
take
say this.
all y'all
I would
money
say
away.
this. No, I would say this. The last young lady that my brother dated that was black, I remember she was cooking for him and he was saying that he didn't really like her food and he was trying to tell her, right? So she had a whole attitude about it. She was mad as shit, right? We started dating. The one I called my sister, his first wife, right? She called my mom and like 3 of my aunts, and she wanted to know how to perfect his favorite meal. I forgot what it was, but I know some smothered cube steaks was involved somewhere. And she wanted to learn what it was that my brother liked, and she perfected that shit. She perfected it. She got it together. And my brother said,
Oh
"That's the
man.
all he want is peace when he come home for what?
Mm-hmm.
He divorced her, but he found another one, and he just gonna stay in that lane. He ain't coming to us. He said, I can't do it. He said, I can't do it. It's too much drama. You don't listen. You run your mouth, talk. You want to argue. You want to be combative. You think you know everything. You gonna tell me how I feel, what I want. They just don't do that, and he
I
don't
will
want to
say
deal
this
with it.
when it comes to the matter at hand, I want to speak on with the athletes marrying white women. First of all, we got to look at the atmosphere that they in. Most top-notch athletes that's going somewhere are going to predominantly white schools. Okay, so right then and there, they already are outnumbered with white women instead of black women. So don't think that they like just okay. I don't want to deal with no black women. I'm gonna pick me a white girl. That's what they around. So this is what they pick.
Yeah.
Number two, number two is he's absolutely right. I've had my share of Caucasian persuasions, right? And
Mm-hmm.
all they want to do is make me believe how much of an important man I am just because I'm black, right? And like he said, the white woman will prove to you why you should pick her. A black woman ain't trying to prove shit. She gonna say, well, if this ain't what you like, find something else. They not gonna try because a white woman don't got no problem with competing with competition. She gonna beat all of them out. A black woman would say, I ain't competing with no bitch for no nigga. I'm just gonna wait on what God sent me. God ain't sent you shit. You
Yeah,
got to work it the same
Vita
way
just
you
said
gotta
that.
work, the same way you gotta work for that 100K salary, you got to work for a husband. This shit ain't easy.
Hey,
Yeah.
Maul, red pill, y'all done hit my petty switch right now because I was watching some reels, right? And remember Beauty Shop when Taraji P. Henson was making fun of the Chinese girl, and the Chinese girl said, "Black man on my arm, no man." But she was going above and beyond, and Taraji couldn't say nothing, and she had that ultra aggressive around the way girl attitude, right? I'm like, that's one sign, right? Okay. Then the second movie that popped in my head was probably our favorite movie, because I still love the assistant coaches, was He Got Game. And remember when he went and him and Rick Fox and he said, man, the treatment he got from the white girls on the college campus was completely different from the black girls on the college campus. It is like I was like, man, this
And
and
I think a lot of the black chicks probably be too prideful.
yeah,
They get
but
too much
I'm
pride
also gonna
sometimes.
say this. I'm also gonna say this, ladies, us black men, we really do love you. We rather prefer to be with a black woman.
We
Okay,
just want to bang for our buck.
just but if we bring up collectively the shortcomings that you guys may or may not have, instead of being defensive, hear us out and try to work with us instead of it just going defensive. And this is where in the earlier clip about the woman said that women are excellent communicators, this contradicts that. You know what I'm saying? It You can say what we or us as men where our shortcomings is. We're gonna listen. We're gonna try to do better. Okay? We're not gonna sit here and say, oh well, black women just hate black men. Ain't no nigga ever said that. But when the tables are turned, all of a sudden, because we can't accept your flaws or won't accept your flaws, we hate black women. That's not right.
You know what, Va? I'm gonna say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
A man is expected to be the provider and a protector, which means I can provide and I can take care of any female I want. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
taking care of no niggas. I'm
Right.
only taking care of woman. So if you want to
Mm-hmm.
act like a nigga, then you gonna be a nigga and be by yourself. I'm not. If every woman is, it's really not hard to please a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to take care of her. If you take care of her, most women will be happy, right?
Yeah.
Now, if I have a choice to take care of a headache or peace? Which one am I gonna pick? I'm always gonna pick the one that's gonna comply with my rules. Most black women might say, "Oh, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing." Fine, you don't gotta do that. But there's plenty of women that will, and that's the one I'm gonna take care of. I'm not gonna take care of you. I'm gonna hit and move.
Maul, this is where I say boundaries are extremely important. It's not my job to protect black women. It's not my job to provide for black women. It's my job to provide and protect my woman.
No, I don't agree with that. I agree with the fact it's our
but,
job as black
right.
men to protect submissive, kind, caring women. We not supposed to protect bitches and hoes. Them bitches and hoes,
that's
y'all
true.
on y'all own. But the women out here, you absolutely got my discretion. The
Thank
women out here.
And I'm not saying
Jamal, I was waiting to get this, but MacMaal got it because I was finna come for you.
Come for me in what way?
But he did already because I didn't agree with that.
In what way? Because
it contradicted what you said. If you loved us,
hold
then
on.
you can't group us all together. But MacMaal differentiated it, and he did it just fine.
I heard where Maul was coming from. My only thing is sometimes the dynamic between a man and a woman arguing and getting into it, you go in to interject to try to de-escalate that thing, and both of them jumping on you at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm putting my own safety at risk, trying to protect a black woman optically when she's carrying the energy that she don't need to be protected because she's talking to her dude, but they at full blows. Like,
you don't get into it. You don't get in the middle of a nigga and his female. But what I'm saying is this:
right. But
if
I'm
I
saying
see,
if
I see a woman,
if
I see a woman being attacked or something's going on, I'm gonna intervene as a man and protect her. But if I see a bitch, nigga, you got
I
me
get that
fucked up.
part.
I'm moving out the way. This a
I
nigga
get
bitch.
that part. It's
Thank you,
nigga bitch.
MacMaal.
I'm not
Thank you,
getting involved with
MacMaal.
that.
But see,
It's
Mac, this the
subjective to a
thing.
degree, but I'm just saying, we speaking like the same thing, but in two different dynamics. So I definitely agree with you. She getting robbed, yeah, you intervene. But between that man, that couple over there, I gotta stay out of it. All I can do is call 911.
Well, this is what they saying that black men ain't protecting black women, and I see it a lot. But you don't know what built up to this. We going in, you jumping in, you see a man snatch a purse when she didn't stole his wallet 2 days before that. So you got to look at it with a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it with a little more logic. Okay, it's a little criminal dude, little somebody running through. Okay, cool. Trip him on the way out, push him down. You get it. But if you see somebody that's going, like, you can tell it's personal, like he didn't walked up and snatched her purse and didn't even run away. You got life fucked up. You think I'm finna go over there and interrupt that shit? You owe that nigga. I'm 9 times out of 10. Because now because what's happening is they understand that you're gonna jump to their rescue, so they do bullshit and bring it to the public. Like, nah, bro, this is wisdom. You can't just jump in people's business like that, bro. And I learned that.
I just seen a woman. Early. Yeah, I just seen a woman fall off, hit a man 32 times, and then when he got tired and raised up and smacked her once, she tried to play victim. I'm like,
man, I got a homie that got shot like that.
Yeah,
he was pulling up at the crib and saw a nigga arguing with his female, and he slapped her, and he got out the car. Hey man, what you dude? Pop the shit out his ass. Stay out of my motherfucking business. But you don't understand that a lot of these women. Now I ain't gonna lie, a lot of these women that deal with domestic violence are used to this shit. It ain't the first time when you saw it. So sometimes you got to mind your motherfucking business. I will never get involved in two people in a relationship having a problem. Baby, you got a phone just like I got a phone. Call the police. I'm not getting involved with that. But if I see some random shit, like a lady walking down the street or some shit happen and a man try to attack a lady, me as a man, I can't sit there and let a man attack a woman who's innocent. But if she's a bitch, I'm gonna let this bitch do what she do. I know bitches. I can tell by how you dressed if you a bitch or not.
Hey, I do got a question for the ladies though. Would you agree? Would you agree or disagree that some women just thrive in toxic relationships because that's what they know and what they're used to?
They not
Thriving is the
thriving.
wrong
That's
word.
not thriving.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
saying. I
thank you.
said they
Yeah,
Thriving.
gravitate
Terrible.
and prefer toxic relationships because that's what they're
There
used
you
to.
go.
That's all they know. They know how to
it's
navigate that.
it's
Would
a
you agree or
it's a
disagree?
it's,
Yeah,
I
most
Hey
agree.
women
Mac,
It's
say
a
they like a
comfort.
nigga.
That's why.
I'm
That's
gonna hop
why I
back on in
say
a minute.
okay.
Most
That's
women
what.
say they like a nigga that don't play by them until they don't play with their ass.
Right. That's
Right.
why I got my little boundary. I'm like I protect mine. You know what I'm saying? Now outside of my woman, it's the women in my family. Maul, no, I got 3 sisters and mama. Well, my mama might shoot people now, but that's a whole other story. But
Period.
but I got to protect my own the women in my circle. You know what I'm saying? That's the scope of where my provision and protection comes in. At now, if anybody wants to look at me funny behind it, I have to embrace that because that's the choice I made. You know what I'm saying? But first rule of life, self-preservation, and you take care of your circle. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm gonna start at. That's where my priorities are at.
But
So
females don't even understand that they demand their own respect. Because
yeah.
if a man come in a room and he see respectable women, he ain't gonna curse. He gonna pull his
Mm-mm.
pants up. He gonna be respectable. If he come in the room and see a bunch of bitches, he gonna, oh shit, this is a party. We up. You feel me?
Yeah.
But certain women, without even knowing the man, a man will just be respectable because he see how she carry herself. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
women don't understand that. A lot of women act like hoes and want to get treated like women. And
Right.
it's just not gonna happen. See, the thing
It's
about
not
it
gonna
is you could be a hoe, but
Right.
present yourself as a
like a
woman.
lady. Like a lady.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Well,
That's
see,
all.
but Mac, don't let me find out you a hoe, cause now I'm gonna be a gentleman. But if I know you didn't fuck 3 people that we in the same building, and I know you fucked 3 people here,
That's part of my statement I
hey,
said earlier. You can't make a choice out here. You can't make a choice out here.
you
You
want me to
can
buy
make a
you a drink?
choice.
Oh, nigga, hold on, we gonna
You
split it
you
between me and them 3 niggas over there that you didn't.
No, see,
I'm still
you
gonna buy
can
that
you can make a
motherfucker.
choice. You can
niggas
make a
that come
choice.
into the room that hear that and then act like that and they want to be disrespectful towards you because of what they think they know about what you have
Well,
going
no, it
on.
ain't think. A man don't think shit. He's heard. He's
Yeah.
heard
Okay,
or he done
whatever.
saw.
Not
Hey,
that the
hey,
history, not that
Sonny,
the
this is how you
history don't
avoid getting
matter. But
this is how you avoid getting judged by the public. Don't be a whore. It's going to come out. You were in 2025 where you can't do shit, nigga. They got FedEx cameras, they got FedEx drivers with
Hold
YouTube
on.
pages and shorts and shit. They got 2 million views on their shit just because they deliver packages. You're gonna get caught.
Unless you deal with a nigga like me that don't run his mouth. You
But
deal with a
look,
nigga
Mac,
like me, you ain't got to worry about your business being out in the street. Your secrets are
that
that
safe
thing
with
that
me.
all women are the same.
that's real playerism. But don't let her stand. Don't let her get loud and get a microphone. Like shout out to all the girls just being celibate and not being a whore. And then you at the place and you start looking around like this bitch serious. This bitch is
but you know what, Sonny?
awful bitch.
I
Sonny,
get. But
Sonny, you can make a choice individually, regardless of who you are. You can make a choice. The question is, can you live with the choices you made?
exactly, keep it to yourself. I can't. I
No,
can't.
you know what it is.
No.
Women want to be discreet, but they just fuck with niggas that don't know how to shut the fuck up and keep the shit to themselves.
It's not
That's what
even
it
about
be.
that. I
Y'all pick
mean,
the wrong niggas. Y'all pick the
it be that.
niggas that
It be
want to
that
tell
too.
everybody y'all fucking business instead of a man that y'all do what y'all do. He keep it to himself. He don't tell nobody, regardless of what he hear about you. He don't add on to the conversation. He just keep it discreet. A
Well,
lot of y'all don't
you
pick
never
these
know.
kind of men.
You never know that till it's too late, cause my people be lying.
You know
And
how you fix
then,
it, Sonny? Stop being a hoe. It's as
I'm
simple.
gonna say this: you gotta like just like MacMaal talked about bitches versus women. It's them niggas with them pants off their ass wearing they do rag in public. All them niggas that I ain't gonna say gun toters because in Virginia we got open carry. Everybody a gun toter, but
Right.
I mean there's just probably got a couple felonies or something like that. That those men just don't get entertained, and I don't even like being in the same company as them because them the niggas MacMaal talking about that a turn up. If it's grown people amongst grown people, it's like a whole different world, And MacMaal, I asked you about these comments, and they going up, and I don't see you reading them.
I'm liking all of them. I see them. I'm reading them.
But you're supposed to be engaging with the show, with the comments. They said that last time they wanted you to do more of that.
I know.
do better, bro.
So let me say this: if it's anybody in the comments that got a question, man, drop them questions, man. We gonna get up with the comments today, man.
Hey, MacMaal, do you know how to put them on the screen? Do you know how to put them on? Do you know how to put them on the screen? Like, do you know how to highlight comments and let it? You know how when JB, when he see a comment,
no, I don't know. I don't know how to do that yet, man. But
okay,
I'm learning.
But
okay,
y'all gotta learn how to.
I'm definitely reading the comments though, and I'm liking them all. I'm giving them all stars. But if it's anybody in the comments that got a question, man, y'all feel free to let them bitches ride, because we in here tonight. I've been drinking, and I feel like talking.
Ladies gotta learn how to weed out the solid assassins, man. Because if I ever get back out in these streets, I'm John Wick.
But you know what though, Va? We gotta be 100. When a girl like a nigga, she'll believe all his bullshit. She'll blind herself that this nigga could be. Because I ain't gonna lie, I know a lot of players and a lot of cool niggas that's getting money.
Yeah,
they some fuck niggas. I didn't see what I see.
Hey, Maul, we know
some
fuck
niggas.
Maul,
like
we
real
know
shit.
some of the same.
Do you think
you know where I
or you think they just going along with the bullshit?
You said what?
Do you think the women believe them, or you think they just going along with the bullshit?
No, Phoebe.
I think a lot of women. See, here's the thing, right? A lot of women, they take heed and believe a lot of shit that niggas with money say, as if they don't be lying fuck niggas. Now, me and you, now remind you, me and you just came from out of town, and we just had an instance. I ain't gonna put it out here on social media, but me and you just had an instance about what people say about me, right? All that is a hating ass nigga mad because either his sister, mama, or daughter, or girlfriend, or baby mama want to give me some pussy, and he's salty, so he'll say some fuck shit about me, and they'll believe it because they think he a player because he got money. You see what I'm saying? And they'll believe the dumb shit he say, and they'll start spreading this shit like it's the truth, when really they don't understand that they just got a lot of information from a hating ass nigga that got money. Like real shit.
As soon as a man speak down on another man, in my book, he ain't no player.
You know my profession. I hear so much of people business why I'm working is a shame. I know everybody's fucking business. Everybody's business. Right? And I keep it to myself. I don't say shit because it ain't my place. I don't do messy shit. So I hear what I hear, and I just put it up.
Hey, Mac, you know what's crazy? Sometimes I hear shit and I'll be like, bro, because they know I'm not gonna say nothing. But I'm like, I know I'm not supposed to know this, cuz. Like, why is he telling me this shit? Because I know if that nigga knew you was telling me this, or old girl was, I'm like, cuz, stop. And I don't even be wanting to know it. I'll be like, hey, bro, chill. It's cool. And I'll be like, man, don't even tell me, because then now I can't even look at them the same.
Hey,
I'm like, bro, and you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's for real. I'm like, bro, they can show me, hey, boy, look, hey, check this. I'm like, man, keep that shit, man. Don't tell nobody that shit. That's why she did it, because she didn't think that you was about to be this. Like,
so let me read this question real quick. Paris Coleman said, I have a question. If men have to have money for women to love us unconditionally, then why can't we buy as many as we want? Polygamy for guys with money. What do y'all feel about that?
I addressed this over a month ago, where I said it's funny that to get with a woman, to pique a woman's interest, you gotta have money. For her to respect you, you gotta have money. To get in a relationship with her, you gotta have money. To have the type of lifestyle, you gotta have money. But then,
I wouldn't say money, but you have to appear to be better than average.
But
they'll
turn around and say it's not about the money, but when it really is. So it's like, you can't. It's like, what's wrong with just owning up to it. Like it's all about the money. You know what I'm saying? Your
Not always
tax
about
bracket
the fucking money. It's
determines
not always
the type of
about the
relationship you
money.
can have.
It gotta match the
It's not
nigga.
about the money. It's not about the money.
Here's the thing, Phoebe,
I'm
and
not
I'm gonna
about
let
the
you
money.
cook real fast, but let me say this real fast. I would say it's not all about the money, but a
Mm-hmm.
woman is not gonna fuck with a dirty ass nigga. And let's just be
Mm-hmm.
honest. He ain't gotta be super rich or he ain't gotta be 6 figures, but you're not gonna fuck with no nigga that ain't got
Right.
his shit together at
Right.
On
least,
the bus
which
stop.
equates to having some money.
Right. Hey, Maul, and to backtrack on something you said about the woman, I said you ain't. Sometimes women lie to themselves, man. You ain't even got to lie to. They lie to themselves, thinking she could change him. Like, nah, a tiger don't change his stripes.
Go
No,
ahead, Phoebe. Let's hear
Phoebe,
what
I'm
you
sorry,
got to
Phoebe.
say. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead,
You
Phoebe.
know, I hear what you all are saying, and the crazy part about it is that I can't say that I know other females who think that way, but that is not always the fucking case. I don't want you to have all the fucking money in the world, but you're knocking my head between the goddamn wall and the headboard, and not in a sexual way. I don't want that. I don't want you verbally abusing me. I don't want you to not give me any type of attention or anything like that. I don't want to just take whatever bullshit you've given me because I have the money. If that was the case, you got these celebrities that's out here that committing suicide, they sprung out on drugs and all this other kind of shit. Money doesn't mean every fucking thing. Yeah, it helps. It's nice. I can eat a steak when I want one. I can take a trip when I want to. I can act like this nigga is not fucking with me mentally and emotionally because I got the money to just go over here and sit on the island and do whatever the fuck I want to do. But if you don't have that peace of mind, if you don't have a person that's bringing you peace,
Mm-hmm.
No, I get the peace part, Phoebe, but
money
check this
doesn't
out.
mean anything. If money
Check this
doesn't
out,
mean
Phoebe.
anything,
Check this out,
Let me.
Phoebe. Hold on. Check this out, Phoebe. If just say if I was a man, right? I didn't have
you
no
are.
job. I didn't have nowhere to stay. I live with my mama. I ain't got no car. And I just walk up in the store and I meet you, right? Now, it's two factors. One, I could be handsome. One, I could be a dirty bum ass nigga. But what if I'm a bum ass nigga that happen to be handsome, right? So your first man, okay, he kind of cute. Let me give him my number. Then you find out, you talk to him, you like, what you got going on? Oh shit, I ain't working right now. Shit, I live with my mama, man. I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm 44 years old, right? You gonna look at me like I'm a goddamn goofy. You gonna be like, nigga, you 44 years old. Even though I'm funny, I'm handsome. I got good character. I'm nice. I'm considerate. I'm all those things. But I live with my mama and I ain't got no motherfucking job. You
Nigga,
gonna look at me as a fucking goofy.
okay, so a person like me,
I wouldn't
I
necessarily say that.
I can understand things that happen that gets a person, back to that point. Now, if you just always live with your mama and been a bum ass nigga, yeah, I'm gonna look at you crazy. Now, if you got something, just got through a divorce as a 40-something-year-old or something like that, and you trying to get your shit land back on your feet, and you can do that, it's
Oh,
potential
come
there.
on, Sonny,
It's
So,
stop. That's not what we
can,
talking about. We
hey,
talking about a
Maul.
nigga 44 that ain't been married, and this nigga just is still finding his way. We not talking about the
Hey,
exception to the
Maul.
rule.
different.
Maul, red pill. Can I play a little joke? Can I
Yes,
play a little
yeah.
joke in spades right now? Can I play a little joke in spades right now?
I have to ask you if
Maul,
you're ready
Maul, Maul just had a show.
I just added
Maul
some
just had a show
hypothetical.
Friday. Maul just had a show Friday where he asked the two young
Right.
ladies and they brought up the money. And this is where I push back on Phoebe. It may not take money to get you, but your level of patience and understanding when times get hard go a lot longer when a person got money as opposed to when he doesn't. Because one of the ladies said, I would rather be crying in a Rolls Royce in a penthouse than than crying in an apartment in a Toyota Corolla.
that was
Right.
a immature
My
young.
yeah,
No,
my
but
I
thing,
did
my
no,
thing
I'm
is
saying the
20
this.
leeway.
something year
I'm saying
old
the
that he
leeway of
was talking
understanding
to.
to try to work things out
Okay. What
is
I'm
more
saying is
No,
there when you
this.
have
I
money
do
as
not
opposed to
agree.
when you don't.
What I'm saying is
I do
this:
not
if
agree.
you're in your
I'm not
younger
doing that.
20s and that man
I'm
approach
not
you,
doing that.
okay, you're
That's
both
ignorant
broke.
as
You don't
fuck.
have nothing. Both of y'all don't have anything. But I'm saying as a 44-year-old man coming to a 40-plus-year-old woman saying, I want to date you and I don't have a job and I live with my mama, but I have great character and I'm a considerate and I'm nice and I do all this other shit, but I say I no money.
But no,
It's not
baby.
gonna work for you.
Yeah,
Let's
baby.
just
Nah, it's
be
not.
You
honest.
don't know
So
that.
when
You
we talk
don't know
about
that.
when we
What if
talk
his
about
mother
a
has
woman,
an illness? What if his mother has an illness?
Because why
you
What
don't
if
said
you
his
what?
mother
try?
has an illness? What if his mother has an illness? What
Why
if
do
he
y'all
sit up
keep
there and say, I
making?
gotta
Do
take it? Because these situations come up. Y'all go with the mass majority, and all of us
y'all?
don't work like the mass majority.
Right, I get
That's
what you
PB,
not the
say.
point.
I
hold
So
get
on.
what you.
why
But
can't I
hold on.
speak off of what my experience
Most
is?
No,
I can't
I get what
relate
you
most
saying. I
40
get
hold
bullshit
what
on,
you
that
most
y'all
saying.
40
saying.
most 44-year-old niggas that is in that position ain't in that position because they because something happened. That's who they are. That's who
Mm-hmm.
they are. They
I
Yeah,
not
gotta
finna
most
be
agree
men
with
are not
y'all.
they
taking
not
care of
about
their
to
I
be
agree
mothers.
they
with the
not about
guys
to
on
be
this
They
one.
they not
Most
about to
men
start
ain't
having
taking care of their
aspirations in
mothers.
life and shit. They not finna just, you know what? I got $1 million idea. I'm finna do this shit. They not, that's not them. If they mama sick, cool. If they got cancer, cool. If they just left a divorce, cool. That's 5% of the 44-year-old niggas out here.
okay,
We
so
talking
don't put
about,
everybody
he's
in the
talking
same
about the
category.
uninspired
Okay,
44-year-old nigga
but
in his
that's
mama
the
house.
thing. That's
That
the
nigga.
But
thing.
you
We
Not
will
that,
talking
not
not
that
about
that,
you will
not
not
that
know
shit
that
you
if
trying
you
to
do
make
not
right
pay for
though.
it.
no, but there's
You will not
there's
know that if you
there's
don't get this nigga
we
fed, but y'all pay for it. You shouldn't automatically just because that's
but you,
Hold on, hey Phoebe, your phone breaking up a little bit. You gotta
Uh-oh.
get a little close to the phone or something. You breaking
shut
up.
up, shut up.
You breaking up a little bit, Phoebe.
Your dog
I
y'all
sense
agree with the
hostility. I'm
guys on
sorry.
this.
y'all
Sorry,
trying
dog. My bad.
y'all trying to give
I
us
agree
Dog
with the
them.
men on this one though.
no.
Dog
I'm
on my
sorry.
ass, boy. He like, who the
All the
fuck is that nigga on there?
potential
Stephon,
projects, all these scientific projects and kinetic potential, and I agree with the man on this one. No.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
feed it.
just
Feed
saying,
it. I'm
like
keeping it a thousand wild.
at this age, I'm not on this panel with young women. Okay, you
Come
could
on,
gamble when
kid.
you're young, but when you're
But
your age, you at least want a man who's established, at
but you
least established.
Correct. Very much correct.
He ain't gotta be Bill Gates. He ain't gotta
I
be
can say
Anthony
it.
Hamilton, but he at least need to have the basics, which is a car, a house, a crib, or a job.
Yeah, come on. He said, or. Why you say or?
and
Well,
then
you can
And,
you
have a
and, and,
crib
and.
or a house
That nigga
because you
need to
can
have
have an
all that shit.
apartment. Like I
you
got a
got
townhouse. I don't got a house. I got a
Me,
townhouse.
bro, I got a loft. That's why I said, nigga, you need a car, you need a job, you need a house, and you need some money to go on a date. If you ain't got that,
Right.
just
yeah.
stay at the house, cuz don't even
That's
trip,
yeah.
cause you
that's
gonna drown out here unless you Max Julian.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? You
I
one of
don't
them
think
niggas.
a man should date if he ain't got his finances together because
I
Facts.
agree.
you
I was
competing
just
with
about to
niggas
say
like
that.
me and you ain't gonna win.
You ain't
It
Yep.
gonna
just is
win.
what it is. You're not
Period.
But
gonna win.
Period.
I wish
but
Mac, I
Maul,
don't even tell none of the bitches I fuck with I come on this panel. I be like, don't look at that nigga in the left. Beat your ass out here.
hey,
Well, I mean,
I do agree. I do agree that if a dude ain't got his stuff together, he shouldn't be dating. Like if you ain't got your house and your job and stuff secure, you shouldn't even think about being dating.
hell no.
Now,
That's a lot of the problem out here.
simultaneous.
Oh
Hold on,
shit,
Oh
cuz,
what he done
bro.
froze?
damn.
Because
Damn.
it's
Bro.
a
Make him a meme right
everything
now.
is
Oh,
a
damn, we
Well,
had a good shot of your ass.
yeah everything.
I will say this. Like at the end of the day, a
Mhm.
man specifically can't be mad at a woman for choosing the best man because a
Right,
woman is supposed to choose security. That's what their
right,
nature is, to be up under a man who can protect and provide them. So at the end of the day, if this woman has options, she should pick the best one. And if you can't provide those options, then
right.
it's not her fault that you can't meet those options. It's just
Hey,
that simple.
hey,
Like
Maul. That's
honestly, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Like
yeah.
at the end of the day, that's what a woman is supposed to do: choose the best
Right,
option,
right,
and a man is supposed to choose the best option. But
right,
women have to understand, for her to get the best option, she has to be the best woman. And this
right.
is where we get mixed up in, because if you're
Hmm.
not the best woman, you can't get the best option, and it's just
Right.
that simple.
Got
Like
you got
real
you got
shit.
You got to be the best version of yourself. That's why I tell, like, the way I
Not
look at
herself, of everybody.
the way I look
Because a
at women,
man that got options can choose.
yeah.
So
Hey,
it's
the
like
woman,
women don't like the notion of saying like, okay, I'm competing with a Nick, I'm competing for a man. Honestly, that's what you're doing, baby. Whether you like it or not, you're competing for a man because there's hundreds of women that want to be where you want to be at. So our question as men is, what makes you different from them? Because a lot of women are not different from any other woman.
Right.
And
Honestly,
my question for men is, what lets me know that you really serious about moving forward with whatever it is that you
right.
choose.
Right. We'll be
Because I
serious
asked you to
about that
share it.
situation when you show
If I
us.
ask you, if I go ahead,
No,
I got
go
some
ahead.
shit
Go
for you.
ahead.
hold
Go
on.
ahead.
This,
Go
I'm,
ahead.
I'm gonna
If
tell you.
I
I'm gonna
ask you
tell you
to
how
share your
simple.
location, I love you, motherfucker. That's how you know.
Nah, hold on, hold
You
on. I'm gonna
said
tell you how. I'm gonna tell you how
Nah, don't
simplified
play
I
with
got
me.
this down. I'm gonna
Where
tell you
you
how
at?
simplified I got
He
this down.
said if you
Every
share the
woman in a
location.
hold on. This is how the
These
relationship is supposed
happens,
to go.
yo.
If she
Go ahead.
asks me that question, it's gonna be over with right now because if she asks me that question, knowing the
What's
type of
the
person I am,
question? I
I'm
didn't get
going to
it.
match energy. I'm going to walk. You take a step, I'm gonna take a step. Right? It don't even matter who take the first step. If I
Yes, it
take a step,
do.
you better take a step.
No,
If I
men
take a
supposed
step,
to take
you
the
better
first step.
hold on. I said, hold on.
No
If
cap.
you can't be a modern woman, want traditional values. That's why I always say you got to pick. You either
I'm
gonna be
not
a traditional
modern.
woman or
I'm
a
not
modern day
modern.
woman.
You gotta leave
Now,
that
hold
though.
on. I don't have a problem. Hold on. I don't have a problem making this first step. But guess what? If I take a step, you got to take a step with me. If a woman asks me that,
If you
she ain't taking enough steps to match my energy. Look, every little girl that played patty cake, do this shit, right? If she ain't on the same rhythm as me, it ain't gonna work out. I'm wasting my time after that. I ain't got time to teach people how to play patty cake, and it's the simplest game out there.
Which question? Which question that you are you
The
referring to?
last question when you said how you know if a dude taking you serious, if you got to ask how you supposed to know I'm taking you seriously. If I take
It's
a step and I'm showing you effort and I'm showing you attention and I'm showing you, I'm not saying I'm telling you, I'm showing you this, and you're not matching me step for step. It's time for me to move on because we both wasting each other's time.
Yeah.
no, I
you're
mean
not gonna match
It ain't
step for
even
step.
that. You
You
just
got it
gotta
mixed
prove.
up.
it's
You
not
just
No,
even
gotta
no,
prove to
no, no,
me.
no. See, hold on, time out. Hold on. Let me get this, fellas. See, that's where the imbalance come in now. That's why women don't appreciate and value what a man does right now. That's why every woman got an overinflated ego right now.
No. You
You
talking
no,
gotta
about
be in
modern
unison.
women.
that's
I
the
have to
thing.
You
appreciate your
talking about
qualities. You
modern
have to
women
appreciate
then.
mine. If it doesn't be like that, it's not gonna work. We wasted each other time. You want a
BB,
nigga to sweat you. I'm not gonna do
drink some
that.
water.
It's not that. So
So,
let me
all right,
help you
you
out,
heard
Levi.
me.
I'm talking about not modern women. I'm not saying that because if every time you make a
She
move,
look
I'm
like
on your
Nick.
heel with the
Beat your
same
ass,
move.
man. What is that? I
It
can't
should
see.
my move should only be what is it's not they shouldn't be the same as yours. First of all, it's gonna be contrastingly different what I'm gonna do, what you
There's
gonna
no
do. So
problem.
I'm not a modern woman. I ain't thinking like that. So that's not how I'm thinking. Every time nigga do something, I gotta do something. I gotta keep up with him. That's not even feminine energy. Feminine energy rests and receives, and then she amplifies what is given, and then she fits in vision to just allow leadership to do that. And then when you say, hey, this is the position you in, this is what I'm gonna need you to do. I'm gonna be doing
Right.
this, and then you do that. Okay,
Well,
that's that. But every time you take a step, I'm not to take a step.
well, this
But
is your step. This is women.
women. If a woman not into you or don't like you like that, she ain't amplifying shit, regardless if
Well,
that
but
nigga
Okay,
but
so
put
we
in
but
shit.
talking
but
about
but
the
Yeah,
she
woman
women
that
that
is
like
right
you
that you
show
choosing on,
you
right?
that.
Ain't
but
we
she
Nah,
don't.
talking
But
about the
this
woman you chose on, the best option, and she won the competition or whatever? Not to say that she
I'm so glad
but
you said that because I choose her don't mean she chose me. So if I choose her, invest in her, and she ain't chose me, she ain't amplifying shit.
okay,
Yeah.
well
What's
but you
wrong
know
then
what?
with that?
Okay,
that's
hold on.
That's
Hold
true.
on for it. This what they do. This what they do.
Yeah,
They stop sitting on the sink. They take their pictures down. They start doing all that little shit because let's say you met her in person, right? So let's just
right.
we older. You know what I'm saying? You met her in aisle 8 or pump 8, whatever it is. You met her outside, and then by the time she get home, she got her motherfucking her Instagram fixed up. Like, oh shit, I gotta take this down. I gotta get up with, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get up off of this. And I gotta unfollow up with. That's how they show shit. Cause I'm finna come over here. I'm about to take you out. I'm about to open the door for you. I'm about to buy you some flowers. We finna do this for real. Because if I'm intentional, that's what I'm on.
Right.
I don't need you to buy me no hats and shoes and shit. I need you to delete that bullshit off your Instagram. That's what I need you to do. That's how I know you keeping it 100.
Yeah, you know
I
what?
don't think women understand the fact that we like women that's out the way, quiet, don't nobody
In
know.
the
The
cut,
woman with
nigga.
200 followers is way more attractive than a woman with 6,000, 7,000, 20,000, 100,000. We don't like that shit. We like our woman to be quiet and out the way. We don't want nobody to know her. And people, and they don't understand that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fuck
when
around
you
and have
say
a
you don't
mutual
want
friend.
nobody,
I'll leave your ass at the thing.
This
so
is
when
why
you
most
say,
men in the ghetto usually, like from the hood where I'm from, we used to go out to Maywood, Bellwood, Hillside,
Yeah.
Berkeley. We used to talk to them girls because the city niggas
I
didn't
don't
know
know
them
what
back then when I
you
was
talking
coming
about.
up.
Hey, I want
Now
to
it's like
backtrack
the
on.
hood, but back
I want to
then
backtrack with.
nobody knew
I
them.
want. I want to
wait,
backtrack with
MacMaal,
Red
are you
Pill.
saying you don't want nobody to know her?
That's
Do
white
that
love.
mean like sexually, or you saying just
Come on, man.
nobody know her where she live at?
Nobody, period.
Hey,
Period.
Nobody that know her. I want her
hey,
to
I
be
want to backtrack.
quiet,
I want to
out the
backtrack with
way.
Red Pill.
You can't
Don't
really
nobody
mean
even
that.
know she
No,
exists.
I
Like,
want to
Come on
backtrack
now,
and like
MacMaal,
hey,
that's
listen, I'm
unrealistic.
gonna keep it real with you. When my baby mamamas, right?
like Phoebe got to say
Now,
something.
I'm popular as
Oh.
hell in the city. My baby mamas are all out the way. Nobody knows them. Soon as they got with my ass and I start posting them and doing all that shit, they glue up. Now everybody know them, and I don't
Fact.
like it.
Now,
Me
hey,
neither.
I want to backtrack with Red Pill. Like, I don't even care about her. I don't even want her to fix up her social media stuff because I start the clock when me and you get together and make that stuff official,
Fact.
right? So now my thing is what you do with that after that matters because I'm not gonna take down all my pictures, even with exes, because that predates you. Okay. I had a past. I can live with the choice I made. You should be able to do the same thing. What you're not going to do is when we go out to eat, you take a picture of your food in the establishment, but you exclude me. You know what I'm saying? I'm
I
not
don't,
going to
I
tolerate
don't
that.
want my girl to post me. Don't
Nah,
post
hey,
me at all.
I'm saying if I'm
Well,
exclusive
no,
with
no,
her,
no.
yeah,
Ain't even no
I'm
man
not.
that
I'm
ain't
not.
claim me with no ring.
I'm gonna do
No,
the same
No, no,
thing.
don't
no,
post
no.
me
But see,
even if we
y'all keep
married.
keep
Yeah.
talking about this ring shit. We can't even get to the process where you gonna get the ring. We so stubborn. I say we. I'm gonna say we.
He
Oh
said
nigga,
I
I ain't
made
about
the
to do this,
monsters.
bro. If you want to let a motherfucker know you fuck with him, you show him. You ain't gotta say nothing.
No,
Right.
You know what? You know
I
what a
like to
woman. Hold on.
keep.
Let me. I'll tell you like
Go
this.
ahead.
Every woman I talk to. Yo, I don't even know who it be most of the time. I know the first three numbers. If your number is saved in my phone, that's what's up. And guess what? I don't even talk to the other motherfuckers no more. You can't
Mm-mm.
talk to 5 niggas and me. What is you talking
Mm-mm.
about? I don't do that.
Mm-mm.
When I hollered at you and we linked and we did. If you came back at me and we got a paragraph and a half, shit, you better let me find out.
Hey, I
Because
can.
that's what it is. Because it takes like mature people that have intentions when they dating. They not playing. They not wasting time. They not bullshitting. So you gonna know.
Right.
They're gonna show you. You gonna know in your heart. The first motherfucker and the last motherfucker you talk to is gonna be. That's who it is. You can run through the.
You know what, Red Pill, man? Like when I was in my last relationship, I posted us a lot and posted a lot of shit we did because I wanted her to feel secure and knowing that I'm showing you off. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So she wouldn't think that I'm with another motherfucker. My next relationship, I'm not posting none of that. I don't want nobody to know who she is, what I'm
Yeah.
doing. Now, the wedding, she can post the wedding, but after
Yeah.
that, don't post me. I
Hey,
don't want
Maul.
us to have no contact on social media, bro,
Hey,
because
Maul.
social media will ruin your fucking relationship. And
It could.
especially a nigga like me. Now, I done been around the corner. I done did a lot of shit, and a lot of niggas don't like me. So whatever woman that I choose, she gotta understand that she gonna be a fucking target. And
Hey,
niggas don't like her. They just want to get back at me.
Yeah.
fellas. Hey, fellas.
What up?
I know. Maul answer, but Red Pill, you got kids, man.
Absolutely.
I know if a woman is seriously has intentions with me, I weeded it out. I said, if a woman goes out her way to memorize your kids' names, she's very intentional, interested in you long term.
Okay.
She don't refer to like my daughter's name Tatum, right? If a woman and this, with mine, this is what attracted me to mine. She don't address my daughter to me as your daughter. She says Tatum. When she did that out the blue, I said, oh man, she intentional like a love. You know what I'm saying?
That shit. That's how
and
easy
I'm like,
men are to be.
And you know how simple and inexpensive that is? You know what I'm saying? I said,
It don't
okay,
cost
I
money.
pick up on things like that.
But see, that's the difference between a lot of men and women.
Yeah.
It kind of bamboozles my mind that women ask these questions at 35 and 40. Like, well, what do y'all want? Bro, this is not trigonometry, man. This is algebra 1. And that is, you feel me? Like, man, we just assure me that vagina is at home when you say it is. Make sure that if we do cohabitate, food, keep it clean, you ain't got shit to worry about. That's all it is. It's so easy, bro. Like, if you wrote the manual to what a man need, and it would be a 2-page book. If you wrote the manual to what a woman need, it's longer than the Bible. It's longer than the Bible.
Most men just need their woman. Most
So what's
men
wrong
just
with that?
need their woman to fit in their life schedule.
Hold on, I want to hear what Sonny got to say.
Like y'all say all
Sonny,
of
what you about
that.
to say,
Y'all
Sonny?
say y'all say all of that, and some of our book is simple too. And just as you said, you want that pussy put up at home. We want your dick at home put up too. Some of our coochie too sensitive for you to be playing around out here in these streets like that in the first place.
But
so what's wrong with us to be? For us to be disciplined enough to only, deal with you, and you can't do that for us.
Because Sonny, you're not being disciplined.
Y'all want to build a bear instead of an intern.
No. Hold on. Let me get on her ass real quick. Let me get on her head right quick.
You ain't gonna
It's
get
not
on
that
shit.
I'm on your ass, nigga. No, I'm playing with you. No, I'm saying, no, you're not being disciplined. You doing what you naturally should be doing, and you want to do. You don't want to fuck 8 people. That's why you said. That's why. Hold on, you said it earlier. But Sonny, you said it earlier. You don't want your business in the street. You gonna double back to not increase your body count. You don't want to be a whore. You're not being disciplined because you dealing with a man and he's that nigga because you chose him because he was that nigga. He going out here being natural. You sitting at the crib being natural. That's what you designed to do. And you don't want to fuck other people. Most women that cheat on their man when they know he that nigga is out of spite, and they cry while the other nigga penis is inside of them. They cry. And that drive home is long as fuck.
I don't know.
The
They
Uber
be
ride
liking
home.
that shit. I don't know about that.
Hey, Red Pill. The reason they got those
Come
standards
on,
too. The reason they got those standards, and it took another woman to break this down to me. She in Texas. Her name is Emily. She told me this. She said in the very onset, it's about establishing value. How much can I get from you without me doing nothing? And women weaponize that part and see that's where.
What you mean by that? What you mean by not doing nothing?
How much are you willing to what you're willing to do for me, and how much you willing to spend on me without me doing anything but just showing up, saying hello?
You talking about women?
They want to that women constantly test that part.
It's both of us though. We both do it.
I was gonna say, be fair, because y'all see the least y'all could do to get to sex.
Because I had a situation to where I was never mind.
So hold on.
Tell on yourself. See, Sonny, look. I'm telling you, I'm on Sonny asshole.
Hey, Vita, I'm gonna be fair. That's why I tell people, I said, if I splurge from you out the gate, I just want to hit and be gone. But if I say let's go to a coffee date or a park, I want to seriously take you seriously. Long term.
You fucked the game up with that.
Me to death and talk me to death.
But
you ain't starving me to death and talking me to death, man.
Hey, LeVar.
40-something years old, I got time to waste with them.
MacMaal, these are some good comments. You should be reading them. They're keeping up with the conversation.
I'm reading all of them. They on Phoebe
You
ass.
not
She
reading
ain't
with the
said nothing.
thing.
They on Phoebe ass. She ain't
I
even
ain't
here.
got no comment.
Leave Phoebe
Hey,
alone.
yeah,
That is on you,
wait a minute.
Phoebe.
Wait, about what?
They
I
said
don't give a fuck
Phoebe
about
don't
what.
never. He said Phoebe don't never drink. She just stirring the glass. They don't know Phoebe get it in.
And he said
they
that
got
shit wasn't even real, Phoebe.
they got it
I
all
told
wrong.
Phoebe
And,
stop drinking pop. Nigga,
and
just stop drinking pop.
first of
Phoebe
all,
drink.
that's Jameson, right? See,
He
Jamal
said
and
Phoebe.
Javon, no.
He said Phoebe, my kind. Okay,
Yeah. Hey, you got some
See,
you
suitors in
finna
there,
Phoebe
get
got
that.
a
You
baby.
man
finna get
too.
that DM.
And, and
Oh,
Phoebe
Phoebe,
got
yeah,
a
Phoebe
man
do got
too.
a man.
I can't
We don't.
relate.
Phoebe
I
got a
can't
man.
relate to the shit y'all talking
Phoebe,
about.
Mm,
is you
That's why I ain't
married?
really
yeah.
saying that. No, I
Phoebe,
might as
you
well be.
married?
You know what? No, I was. I was asked, but I didn't. I didn't. You know,
Oh,
go
there we
through with
go.
it because I wasn't ready.
The
There we
engagement
go. Yeah.
queens are in the building.
No, her
So
new
what?
situation.
So
She
No,
ain't married.
no, no,
I
no,
was just gonna
no.
say. So I was
I
proposed
have
to
my
3 times.
reasons. I have my reasons as to why
Thank
I
you.
said no, and I
I
will
Thank
had
you.
tell
my
you.
reasons why I said what I said.
Oh, okay. But my thing is this: he ain't with no damn well.
He ain't went nowhere.
No,
He-
You
what
see
what
it?
was
Oh,
the
you talking about old boy? Oh boy, the dude you with now proposed and you said no.
what was the
Yes.
question?
Hey, dude,
Oh
let
man.
me. Hey, clip this real quick. 2 hours and 19 minutes. Hey, dude, run, cuz this is disrespectful. We don't do that
It's
shit
not
over here.
disrespect. It's not
Yes, it
disrespectful.
is.
You don't. It's not. You don't know my situation.
But I'm all right, Phoebe. Let me tell you like this: if a man is sitting down on the bench when he get in the game, because getting in the game is the yes. That's it. This nigga got to go sit back on the bench and do the same shit he was doing, bro.
Oh, he's not sitting on the bench.
He on the bench. You ain't say
Hold on.
No,
yes.
he's not.
Hold on.
He's not on the bench. He's
Hey,
not on
real,
the bench.
hey,
That nigga on the
this
bench,
real stuff.
bro.
I get down on one knee and propose, and you say no. It ain't no coming back from that.
It's
I mean,
over.
no,
First
it's
of
a
all,
wrap.
first of all, that's why I'm with him and I'm not with y'all. You don't know our
Yeah,
Period.
situation. You
She
do
Period.
not
just
know
cut
our
y'all ass
situation.
up.
yeah.
You gotta
What
You
you
dude
don't
gotta
know
that?
take
Let
our
me
into
talk to dude.
situation.
Cause
You
what
don't
the
know our situation. He's not
What
gonna
dude
talk
that?
to you.
Let me talk
He's
to him.
not gonna talk to you. No, he
Why
don't want to
not?
talk to you. He don't need to talk to you.
I'm about to
He's
fix y'all
fine.
shit tonight. I'm about to fix it. Y'all
No,
be
you're
straight
not. You
tomorrow.
can't. You cannot.
Please
You cannot.
comment.
You do
Please
not know the
comment.
details.
Jamal, read that
And
comment.
this is what I was been trying to tell you guys. You cannot speak on y'all speak on the mass majority. And I said this maybe the last time we was on a live. Listening to you all is like watching a horror series. Y'all got some
Amazing.
fucked up shit to say. And I'm so sorry that y'all deal with this shit from these women. But I don't move like that. Nor am
You
I
told a
lonely at
nigga
night.
no, and we
So
dealing
my,
with bullshit.
you don't know why I told him no. And the reason that I gave him made sense to him because he ain't fucking left. And let me tell you this, my mortgage get paid every month. So fuck what you got to say and anybody else got to say. And that was not
Period.
pop I was drinking.
now
It's Jameson. Who else
Phoebe.
got something to say?
Well,
Who
Phoebe, I
else?
have a
Look,
question.
Phoebe,
Jamal,
I'm not mad.
Nightmare, read that comment. Don't read them comments. They cutting up.
He said, where
They
my
can cut up
popcorn
all
at?
they want
He
to.
said, get him,
I am
Phoebe.
I am outside walking my dog. I have three. This is I got a little one over there. I don't know if you see her. And he's at work.
He
My
at
And when he
work.
phone
comes
is
home,
shiny.
I'm gonna
You
secure
go.
the August monthly payment. So I mean,
Look,
leave me the fuck
read
alone.
the other one. Go
Hey,
up
All right,
some
my
Phoebe,
more,
bad.
MacMaal. Go up some
Phoebe,
more and read those.
Clock
Phoebe,
that. Clock that.
Y'all ain't gotta keep calling my
They
hey,
name.
don't
I
Phoebe,
get
not
the fucking
ask.
call.
I
They
got a
saying my
Phoebe,
question.
forehead
Phoebe,
shiny.
Phoebe. I say this
Exactly.
wholeheartedly.
Cause I'm black as
Phoebe,
fuck
I
and
say
I'm
this
ashy,
wholeheartedly.
bitch. So
I'm
I got
happy
to
for
put
you.
lotion on this shit. It's shining.
It's
And
okay. Shout out
They
to
I'm
them
said
happy
man
shiny
for
shiny.
I'm
foreheads.
happy for you, Phoebe.
I don't need y'all to be
You got
happy
you a
for
good
me. I'm
man,
fine.
Savannah.
I'm in the Carter,
Look,
goddammit.
he said he's team Phoebe now.
Yeah,
They
Phoebe,
said
yeah.
red pill at a truck stop giving life lessons.
Hey, my brother. Nah, I'm fucking with you. I play into it, goddammit. It is a truck, nigga. These niggas is parked right here, too. You
You know what?
motherfucker, you know
Red
where
pill.
I'm at?
I will tell you this. Red pill. Red pill. Red
What's up?
pill.
Yes,
I'm gonna
ma'am.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons why I asked
Okay.
him to wait. Okay.
Wow.
You don't gotta
I didn't
explain
have
to
to
them.
say no.
Don't mess
I
your
know I don't.
relationship up.
I'm
MacMaal
not
just told
messing.
you.
No. Phoebe knows what
Cause,
she's doing. Phoebe knows what she's doing.
cause
Okay.
Okay.
before that, I was gonna ask a question so you don't
Phoebe
have to
knows.
put it
No, I'm gonna tell him this.
He said
The
he
reason why
Team
I asked
Phoebe
him to
now.
hold on, the reason why I asked him to hold on is because at that time I was the breadwinner, right? So I'm not one of those ones that got all these high ass expectations. A nigga gotta have this and have that before I talk to him. That was not my situation, right? Okay. He has a child. That child's mother is the biggest bitch that I know.
I finna say wreaking havoc. Mad as a
She was
bitch.
You're
giving
going
him
viral,
the
yeah.
Crazy.
fucking she was giving him the fucking flux. Now if I would have said yes and we would have gone through with that, I would have been paying for some shit that I was not ready to pay for. I have two
Ooh,
kids of my own. That child lived with me. I took care of her. I did not miss a beat with her. I treated her as my own, but her mother could not handle it. And I said, when you get that shit together, then we can move forward. It was other things going on. So it's not that I had other bullshit going on. It's not that I didn't want to. I just didn't want to tie myself into some unnecessary shit. I just
Yeah.
didn't want to do it. And we
okay,
talked about it. This is where communication comes into play with relationship. You have to sit down and you got to be honest with each other.
okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
And
That's
that's what
fair.
the fuck I
But do
did.
you
Right.
but you gonna wear the ring though? Would you wear the
Yeah, well,
engagement? I mean,
yeah, yes. All the
oh,
time
okay,
with no
cool.
problem. I don't have an issue with that. I
Yeah.
don't
You
have
just
an
want to
issue
make sure
with
you
that.
off the market. Most men don't even care about the actual thing. Just make sure that when the nigga walk up to you, he see that bling on your finger because now they know. Sit your ass, don't come over this way. That's all we be trying to do. It's marking territory, really.
Sure.
That's
That
all it is.
ring don't be
So
that
I have
ring
a
don't
question.
rub you
I have a
off.
question for you ladies. I have a question for you ladies. In the story that Phoebe just described, if a dude that you really like, damn near love, said, "I'm not gonna deal with you because of your crazy ass baby daddy,"
Uh-oh. Don't flip it on me.
how would that make you feel?
If it's
Come
true,
on. What's
I'ma
going on?
respect it. If it's true, I'ma respect it.
You
You
ain't
better
got no
not.
Okay.
choice. You ain't got no
Period.
choice to.
Okay, I
Yo,
just had to
I
ask
didn't hear
that.
the
Milwaukee in
question.
this
What was the
bitch.
question? I didn't hear it. What
Shout
was
out
it?
to Milwaukee.
I said, if a man that you really like, damn near love, came to you and said, "You know what? I really can't go any further with you because you got you a crazy ass baby daddy, such and such and such," and that being the reason why he won't just fully commit and invest more into you, how would that make you feel?
If that's the truth, I'm going to honor that. Period.
Okay, okay,
It is
Sonny,
what it is.
Sonny, Phoebe.
But
Well,
if them baby mamas be wild,
you
honey.
ain't got no choice but to
They them
respect
the
it.
most baby dead.
You got to figure that
Okay,
out.
okay. No, I said basically if the roles were reversed,
They
like
said
No,
they like all the ladies in the chat. All y'all got edges.
I think it's the angles.
please stop.
Shout out to
Don't do
the edges
that.
in here.
Don't do that.
Shout out to the baby hairs in here though. Y'all still
I
got
can't see
y'all.
none of the
Y'all still
comments.
got y'all lining and stuff. Yeah, wig ain't
Hmm.
pushed back. I guess
No,
that's for us.
no, but
Oh
I
shit!
asked
I
that
don't
question
do that.
because I asked that question because I could understand. I could understand you personally and your flaws, but other people impacting
Man,
if
Mo,
you commit to a person that wouldn't bother you a little bit. And I'm asking that for the whole panel.
Say it
I
again.
got a call, so y'all could be quiet. Talk about my Mint
They
Mobile with
they
time
said
out.
Coach
Y'all got to
Vita
know
my
sometimes
favorite.
phone get interrupted. But anyway,
Venus, she just wild
Coach
today.
Vita
Nah,
is my favorite.
it's the
Okay,
comment.
Coach
It was the
Vita.
comments.
See, this is why we don't need to read the comments because look at what's going on. We ain't even tapped
uh-huh.
in with each
What
other
the
no more.
comment is
Oh,
saying?
No,
Mm-mm.
it's all good. We're gonna be back. We're gonna be back tomorrow at 7:30, man. So I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
send
coming
them
back?
links
what was
out.
your question?
I
Make
want.
sure
I'm ready.
y'all, you know what I'm saying, available for tomorrow. All my subs, all my viewers, all my fans, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. We back down for another live. So
Yo,
Well, LeVar
is
had a question.
go ahead.
No. I can save it for next week.
Oh, I
I
would
can
have
What?
save it for
forgot.
next
Hey,
week.
Levi. Hey,
nah.
Levi.
Build up that. Do that. Nah, fuck that. Let's do it
I'm gonna save
tomorrow
it.
so we can pick up
Yeah,
where we
we're gonna
left
do it
off
tomorrow.
at.
Y'all shout out y'all platforms, man, so we can cut up out of here. We've been on here for like 2.5. You feel me? So
We getting it
I ain't
in,
gonna
bro.
hold y'all hostage tonight. We're gonna be back down tomorrow,
I'm
same
half
Right.
time.
crazy.
So we're gonna
These
start with Sunny.
comments.
Go and throw your social media out.
I don't want to be known.
Oh
Nah,
Lord,
she a
red
freak, boy.
flag.
I
It
keep
said
telling
She
y'all
bring
want
that.
back
all her
my
niggas to
old
see each
sit
other.
down show.
Talk about
Okay.
red flag.
Red flag.
Fan me out. Fan me
Appreciate
Hey,
it.
out.
The
nigga, it's Crip
humblest.
over here, so I don't do red
Appreciate it.
flags no way.
Big
He
Val
said my
31 over
V-neck
here.
long as hell.
I told you they is wild in
And
these comments.
they
That's what's
blowing
so
Vita.
funny.
Hey, they blowing Vita head up right now.
No,
Hey
they
y'all get
not.
the next
Vita
They
nigga
gonna
is
get
get
not.
married
married,
after
get
this
Cause
tighter
he
shit.
said
than
I'm half
telephone wires. I'm
crazy.
letting you know right now.
He's talking about I'm half crazy. I'm okay. I know I'm crazy though, but that's the thing. But I got sense too. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
think
could
it's the hair.
contain myself.
That's a bad mix.
Well, I could contain myself, but if I have to get out my character, I just remove myself. I got control of myself. That's one of the things I do have.
Type
Okay.
shit.
Sonny got a pretty smile.
Sometimes.
Okay. I see we
Sometimes.
in the comments
Mm-hmm.
with it. Okay. Well,
What?
give out y'all social media so we can get up out of here. I got to get in the shower.
Hey,
I bet.
at Big Val 31. So let's leave it at that.
Okay.
Big, hey man, this your man, Red Pill Crip, Kansas City, Missouri. Red Pill Crip 85 on all platforms. If y'all niggas want to see the craziest shit and hear that Red Pill shit from a block nigga, because you gonna hear it from the politically correct people, come to my page. I will entertain your monkey ass, and I will save your marriage.
You
Hey,
did.
I can't come on Red Pill Show because I will break up your marriage.
Yeah, talking about saving marriages is
I
crazy.
will, I promise.
Oh, shit. I ain't trying to
Okay.
do that.
Wow. Not so much my social media, but confidence at lavitademodeljones.com.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
Oh, you got it, MacMaal. Okay.
Okay. That's
She
how I
do
MacMaal
have a
do it.
getting
pretty
it right
Okay.
smile.
over there. That nigga
Okay.
getting it in. My nigga.
I'm
You
just
got it. You got
trying
it.
shit. I'm figuring it out. I ain't mean to. I thought I deleted some shit. I ain't trying to do this shit, but
Keep
You
She got
deleting
her
if
been
it
whole
come up
side in the
like that.
camera
Cory Walker.
with her unmarried ass. Get that thigh out of the thing, man.
You banned Corey Walker.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you banned somebody.
I ain't even trying to do that shit.
You
Hold
banned
on. Let me.
your number one fan.
Y'all got me going to look at these comments before I go
No,
to
I
bed
ain't
tonight.
trying to do that. Let me. Corey Walker. Here you
You
go,
not
right here.
crazy as hell.
Well, it say Lavar, you is the president of TPC.
No, he good. Show on
What
stage.
is TPC?
Okay, he should
Too
be good.
politically
The petty
correct? Nah, I
crew.
don't know.
The
I
petty
don't know
crew.
either. They say you the president. Lavar is the president of TPC.
Oh,
The
Okay,
petty
so I know
crew.
how to
The
do it
petty
right
crew.
now.
most women are
Let me
compassionate.
make
Oh,
It's
it
got to
said
sure.
be
Lavar. This is the president of TPC.
the petty crew.
Or the petty crew. Okay.
The petty
Should be
crew.
Oh,
good.
okay. The petty crew.
He
Facts.
All right,
ain't.
well,
No, he
it's
ain't.
your
He
boy.
said you. He ain't you. You not. He is.
No, I'm on the
Oh, okay.
phone.
He
We
can be
all
the petty. He
good,
can be
man. Well,
petty.
I'm gonna go and close it out, man. It's your boy MacMaal. Y'all already know what it is, man. Make sure y'all sub to my motherfucking channel, boy. We finna turn up 20,000 subs. Your boy is up. You
Mm-hmm. On the
feel me?
road.
20,000 subs. Make sure y'all always leave a comment, show some love to my page, man. Like everybody's shit. Follow everybody that's on the panel. Show them some love too. You know, it's
Facts.
always a treat when real players meet. So hit that sub. Make sure y'all hit the fucking sub. Smash the sub, violate the sub. It don't cost you nothing to push a button. You did.
You
Till
did.
next time.
All right, Brody.
Peace.
Love
All
y'all.
right.
Peace.
All right.